Friends and phantoms, welcome back to Spirits of the Game, where we play D&D, and so do you.
Woo! Okay. Heck yeah.
I will be your spirit master, and you, my captivated audience.
Every time.
I will be lurking in chat, watch and redeem your channel points or phantom fuel to join in the excitement.
Woo! Heck
Good job,
yeah.
man.
That's our guy.
All right.
Wonderful. Welcome back, everyone, to Spirits of the Game. I hope you all had a wonderful week. I know we all did. Before we jump into everything, I want to remind everyone, if you haven't already joined our Discord, you should do that. I believe it's in the, it should be in our channel description now. It also has a link to all the rest of our socials, because we have those now. Woohoo, let's go.
Yeah.
Is there any other housekeeping things you want to go over? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think we're good.
We'll run into it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll bump around. So, before we jump back into everything, I want to recap sort of what happened last time for us. Our lovely heroes, started at The Crash, a bar in the West Bank of the City of Values, run by sort of the local resident thieves guild called the Bugs. We started there. Our lovely Bogarth decided to recruit one of those thieves named Gris for a swimming lesson, which went rather poorly, not just for Bogarth, but also for Gris, where it was revealed that Gris himself had been corrupted by a malevolent and now had fins and blue skin. Very spooky, and it was a little confusing. From there, our party made their way up to the gate to see if they could get over to the East Bank, where they discovered a very strange man being attacked by some very odd dogs with 2 eyelids. Nesh.
That was their weirdest feature.
Yes. Nesh met the rest of the party and joined us all, and he's a very lovely, if morose, individual.
Yes, he did.
From there, we bounced around a little bit. We had some chamomile tea and some whiskey and started a tab, quite a big tab at this point. Nott and Killian sort of talked about the birds and the bees just a little bit before Killian found his way over to where Nott was staying, which is the Blushing Orchid, which was a very sort of thematic bar, where Nott was discovered to be sort of enthralled with one of the local performers there. Killian met with the owner of that bar named Nem, who, in exchange for the red coin they received from Berthin, gave them papers to be able to pass over into the East Bank. When we left off, our players saw a strange man crossing the bridge, who gave them a big toothy smile. We pick back up, back here on the West Bank. You all are facing the bridge. This man, the gates close behind him as the Flower Guard begin taking their positions back, as the sun is just beginning to pass over the mountains as the sun begins to set. Welcome back.
I don't like how that man was looking at us. It makes me feel nervous.
Would any of us have ever seen something like that?
Do roll history, why not?
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's have some rolls. Let's roll some dice.
Let's roll. Dice
You
rolling
gave
in
me
Dungeons
this
and
die.
Dragons.
Dude, I'm sorry. I rolled a 12.
History.
That's a 15 for me.
I also got a 12.
One.
Mediocrity.
Nat
Really
one.
did curse.
Okay, so
I got a 1. So could you?
yeah, absolutely.
Would you allow me?
Nesh, wow, what a breathtaking view of this man, who you've definitely never seen
I have
before.
never seen this man in my life. Oh, thank you.
The spirits are here.
They're restless.
They're restless. They're ready to go. Killian, you're the only one who this is semi-familiar to. You did see, based on the brief cursory glance you got of him, based on just the finery he was wearing, this person definitely looks to have above above a high pay grade. This person is definitely at least noble, if not greater.
Okay.
Or just filthy, stinking rich.
Gold grill.
What's greater than a noble?
A super noble.
Double noble.
Just
Two nobles.
Pretty sure we call that a royal.
That's what marriage is. You get stronger.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I think that man's got some money behind him.
Oh, well, he did look like he was dressed in finery. I would agree.
Definitely. I don't know if we should.
Should we give it just a little bit of time before
Yeah.
we try
He
to go
was
across?
probably staring at me to give me the money, you think?
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay, then why was he staring at me all scary like?
Well, we were told that you aren't exactly very well liked here. Do you maybe that's what's happening?
I've never seen that man in my life.
But maybe what if he's seen you?
Oh.
You are a little bit hard to miss.
Yeah, your reputation
This
precedes
is
you.
true. Maybe he trained the dogs to turn into lizards
Oh.
and try to kill me.
Is that what happened?
You are, yes.
I guess it kind of did.
I am very perceptive.
Sure,
can tell.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's a word for it, I think. Maybe not the word that I would use, but that is certainly a word for it.
Stresses me out when everybody looks at me like I need a plan. Like if he says something mean, Ah! I swing the sword. If he dodges it, I die, and that's fine. That's as far as my plans ever go.
I wish you had a little bit more self-preservation, personally. Like a tiny, like a hair.
The void will take me when I am done,
Woo!
as it will take you.
Well,
Well, not if I can help it. So,
I think most people go into the veil when they meet spirits.
As you're scratching your head, thinking about what the heck your compatriots are doing, you notice a kind of a weird lump in your head. And as you take off your hat, you notice an orb.
Fuck you.
Oh wow.
To be bestowed upon you.
Oh man, but oh, I guess it didn't choose me this time.
One of these days.
That's okay.
you had it last time.
I know, but I just grew so attached.
Bogart, friends are not forever, and
Why
they
not?
will betray you.
What? No. I refuse to believe that.
Varia, as you hear a sound reverberate from the orb, and a small shine glints in your eyes from it as you feel a warm connection. The spirits are heavily favoring you this day.
All right. I will take it.
Doesn't it feel good?
It does.
Oh, I miss
It
it.
really does.
As you all are sort of meandering, having your little conversation just outside the gates, the guards sort of casually begin to eye you as you're just sort of sitting on the outskirts staring at the gate, just sort of bantering back and forth.
Yeah, I guess we could be walking or something, or I don't know.
Slightly less suspicious.
I'll walk up to the guards, probably with Varia. Just we have papers for passage to the East Bank.
All right, let me see him. And he pulls them up and he's like, oh, well, yes, of course. Any guests of Udo's are welcome on the East Bank. By all means, please.
Is it the same guard, or are they different guards now?
It is the same guard. He looks a little shocked at that you have very official papers.
Yeah.
He it's not even like a second cursory glance. It's like he looks expecting something fake, and you see in his eyes, he's like, whoa, that's a signature I know. He folds it up, puts it away.
Sure is.
Oh, he's taking the papers?
He gives the papers back, holding them up and puts them away in Killian's arms.
Puts them away.
Yes, he begins sort of hollering as the guards begin sort of moving, and you can see sort of Iliaster's gate itself. You can see that there are small little arrow slits every now and then, and you see that you can barely see sort of one hand sort of wave as the gate begins to open. Seeing the bridge itself,
I can fix that.
it is
Butter in it.
Stick butter.
there
Mix it
is
up.
sort of that algae freshwater scent immediately hits your noses. It's very fresh walking through here. If a little damp, maybe a little mossy. You can see the bridge itself is this very elegant, sort of dull beige gray rock that's been sort of inlaid. It looks to be very, very old. Definitely older than any of you would remember being cut. Despite, however, it's really held up to the test of time. You can see rough attempts to paint it on certain areas, but on the sort of north side of the bridge, you can see that some of the water has sort of worn away at where the paint used to be, and it's a little sort of rounded. Directly across, you can see the view from the bridge. Even from here, you can see the bends sit just below the other part of the gate. A variety of little different pockmarked houses sitting beneath. You see some of them appear to even have, like, the roofs have sunk in from the water draining and dripping off of the bridge itself. The other side of Iliostra's gate looks similar, but a little bit more squat. Not as defended as this taller side of Iliostra's gate. As you begin to make your way across, you see that there is 3 figures standing across from you at the other set of doors, the other gate on the other side on the east bank. As you begin approaching, you begin to make out the features of them. 2 appear to be similarly dressed flower guards, but each of them has a sort of black pauldron on their left shoulder, sort of distinguishing them from the rest. Both of them, their little flowers that they bear as part of their crest, appear to be poppies. In front of you, between the 2 of them, you see a man who now is somewhat familiar to you. Slicked back black hair sort of puffs out a little bit at the sides and top, at the back of his head. You see a elegant hand rests upon a silver and gold and black cane. Coming up from that cane is a sort of gold webbing that goes up his gloved hand and on to his arm. The sort of ends of the webbing form these small sort of almost talons on the ends of his glove. Beneath his very large cloak is a very neatly pressed and kept velvet tailcoat. His large black cloak pools at his feet, where you can see these square boots that are very militarily stalwart beneath him, offering plenty of support. His skin itself is a very pale but with a pink undertone that adds to the sort of gentleness in the rest of his square face that is only corrupted by the large, almost sinister smile that crosses his face.
I don't like this guy.
Do
His
not flirt
cloak-
with him. Do not flirt with him. You're fine.
What? What is that supposed to mean?
I know you're fine.
His cloak meets up at his shoulder, where there are 2 sort of flattened pauldrons that are lined with silver. As you begin approaching, he holds up his unwebbed hand. The sort of gold jewelry that adorns his other one rests very calmly. As you can now see, even there are these small little chains that hang off of it. A gloved white hand holds it up. Welcome to the East Bank, my friends. I know this must all seem rather abrupt, but I do wish to learn more about you. More specifically, you have something of mine that I need. A wayward pup of mine seems to have misplaced something of value that you seem to have picked up.
Dogs.
And
It's the dogs.
We don't-
I do very much need it back.
We killed all the
We
dogs, so
killed
this
all
is gonna
the
be
dogs.
really
This is
awkward.
really awkward.
The same person we saw.
Yes,
going-
this
okay,
is this
okay.
is the same
Okay,
person
just
who
making sure.
crossed
It's a smile.
the gate. Yes.
All right.
Can
Miles
I?
McGee.
Would I recognize the colors that he's wearing?
Sure.
Red.
Yeah. Good spot,
In
Killian.
terms of
Very good.
in terms of
getting adults.
in terms of
Sorry.
colors that he's wearing, you see in one breast pocket sort of loosely dangles a poppy flower like these
Right.
other guards. However, looking, you see he has this sort of like luscious white ascot that sort of flows from his. It's like high collared, sort of turtlenecked. It flows down. There's a pin right at the base of his neck, which appears to have 5 fingers, a gray little diamond with a white pearl in the center, which should be a familiar
Yeah.
image.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Does it look something like that?
Just might.
Instant death.
You said that symbol was on what?
It's a pin
It's a
That's a
pin.
pin. Okay.
that pins his sort of ascot to the collar that he wears.
And that we know as like the hand of the queen.
Mhm.
Okay.
That is a symbol of the hand of the queen.
Ambassador of the queen.
I just happened to notice you do have a little pin there. I'm not sure if you were right.
Yes, Nereus. Yes, I have a pin.
Why do you know my name? Why do you know my name?
I didn't like that.
I have been watching you all. As you have made your way through the west bank of the city of Values.
I see.
I know much about each of you. The main thing I know is that you have Yotef's notes, which I would like to arrange for an exchange.
What sort of exchange were you suggesting?
well, first things first. You know all of us. What's your name?
Flirts with him. Good kid.
My name is Oth.
Just as instructed.
Oth.
Yes, Oth.
And are you
The hand of Her Royal Majesty.
I thought so.
Okay. You of the queen.
I'm gonna spell it O-T-A.
I am too.
Okay.
I'm a little off put.
Ouch.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Quick, tell him that you're more important.
I'm not going to do that. That
so
feels really stupid.
Hard
Actually.
no.
what exactly do you need Yoten's notes for?
Yotef was
Or Yotev's?
working on a project for me, doing some things that I'm sure you discovered his rather more diabolical tendencies. I need his papers, and I would like them from you. If you would be so kind as to offer them here, we will have no issues.
Why do you
Wait.
need them back?
Well, it's research I need done.
So wait, you and Yotef are friends.
Yotef was my subordinate, yes.
Is that just another word for friend?
It's another word
No.
for
It's more like-
enemy.
It's
No,
more like
enemy.
employee.
Yes.
Employee.
We'll talk more
Lapdog.
about this later.
Oh,
It's a little more complicated.
Yes. Unfortunately, my gentle soul, this might go a little bit over your head. You are rather wet behind the ears, and I'm looking for some who might be a little more inclined.
I did go swimming this morning. That makes sense.
So let me get this straight. You are trying to continue the research that he started?
Oh, there's nothing to continue. He should have already discovered what I need. I just need the notes from you. And I don't feel I need to keep repeating this. It's a very obvious yes or no. Either you give me the notes, or I take them.
Well, you mentioned an exchange of sorts. What were you offering in exchange for these research? That's a good point. I'll keep that in mind. You were offering an exchange. What are you offering us?
That is, if we have the notes in the first place.
Yeah, we might not even have notes. I've never seen.
We're doing a
No.
great job of letting on that we
Well.
don't have them.
Which we don't have. Which of course.
Who wants to roll? Who wants to roll deception with disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Can I roll it normally? Because Nesh has no idea what the notes are,
I mean,
and
we
he
both are
genuinely believes that we don't have.
You don't
Okay,
need
between the two of
You're
us,
being truthful.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
take the lower roll. Group.
Before you
Yeah,
roll,
yeah,
the spirits enhance your lying abilities. The
Oh!
whispers spin around you.
Let's
You
go.
feel deceptive. +1.
Yo.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Wait,
are you
well-
gonna lie?
I mean, they're lying. You're not lying, but they're lying.
I'm not rolling.
Okay, good.
I'm just saying
Okay.
thanks to the spirits.
What was our lowest?
7. Could be worse.
Hold on. I have to do quick math in my head.
Quick math.
8, 9, 11.
Mine's not hot.
There's like a little bit of deception going on there.
I didn't say we didn't have them, just that we might.
It's a
Well, I
possibility.
find that hard to believe. As when I went through his estate, there were many unfortunate pieces of folks around, one of which being Yotef, his wife, his lovely daughter. And, of course, something strange to me was that none of his notes, which I had specifically instructed him to keep, were present. Now, I don't know if you all appreciated that town for what it is, but I certainly do. It fulfills a very vital function in this nation's clockwork, and it would be a shame if more of its residents had to disappear.
Well, you know, for what it's worth, the entire town hated the guy since he seemed to be taking all their children. So who's to say that someone else in the town didn't go in and take his notes?
He wasn't very well liked.
We're still running this, huh? Okay.
Well,
Did you kill his wife?
No.
She was dead already when we got
She
there.
was.
I proud, of course, on the side. That's a theater.
You are-
Theater.
you are really selling that you don't know where these notes are. Look, let us be frank here. I'm in a position of power. I'm willing to offer you perhaps a monetary compensation for your efforts in retrieving and delivering to me the research that Yotef was working on. However, if you prove to continue to be difficult, I will have to resort to other measures.
How wide is the bridge that we're on? Just curious.
It is about it is about 50 feet in.
Okay.
Very big.
So if Yotef was your subordinate, not friend, I'm still figuring it out. Does that mean that you told him to do that research?
Lovely, lovely, purified soul. You are
Yes.
giving me quite the headache at this point.
I'm
And
just-
he snaps his fingers, and the two flower guards point their halberds towards you. He says,
So
"We can either have a lovely little exchange where I pay for your courier services, or I take them."
How much?
Is this on the table?
If we had the notes, how much?
Your intelligence is astounding.
Indeed. I know.
Yes. The Fallen of Gibberish is correct. It is 20 gold for each of you, if you so desire.
And you're rich?
Well, I am rich in more ways than monetarily. It is at this time you notice.
I'm sorry, this is a family show. I'm sorry, continue.
Varia, it's at this point that you notice the gates behind you have closed.
Yeah.
You are currently trapped on the bridge.
Yeah,
you
we
can
are.
your eyes go up to across the gate from you to what stands behind him. This small little sort of building. You see several arrow slits, small points coming through. Several guards stand atop. You can hear the pitter-patter of feet behind you.
Cool. Cool.
Do we see how many guards are coming our way? Is it just the two?
Roll perception for me.
So I think I have the notes on me, right?
I physically have them here, but I don't know who would have had them.
Inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of you.
I have
Because I
the
was
scroll,
studying
but-
them last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 20.
Yo.
Or that's 23.
Okay, so you, Bogarth, have actually. I don't. It's one of your books that was on military strategy.
Of course, yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, it's right in front of you.
Yeah, this one.
So one of the famous battles from that book is about the storming of Ilioster's Gate and how Oros Neberon specifically positioned his forces to be able to take this bridge, as it's like a major choke point between sort of the west and east half of Oros. In it, it was said that he was able to disrupt the 40 guards that are able to be positioned in the arrow slits and the other 30 that can sit upon the parapets on the gate itself. On the other side, it was said that he had a much easier time as there was roughly only 30 on the east bank.
Can I walk up to how far away at this point in time? How far away is anybody? Like, could I walk up to Nereus and whisper to him?
Yeah, so roughly you all are in your sort of like traveling clump. And realistically, Oth is more of shouting across the bridge to you. You're probably like a little less than 100 feet away from him and his two guards. The two guards on the bridge are the only guards you see physically, like boots on the ground. The rest are just from what you can sort of make out and from Bogarth, your sort of estimations. It can't hold up to that many. How many are around? It's difficult to see through the arrow slits, but you could guess that this is a very well armored and guarded position.
How close are we to the castle where the arrow slits are?
You're about like 150. It's somewhere between 90 to 140 feet away.
And so are we like about middle of bridge at this point, or have we just kind of stepped on? I don't remember.
You're more of at sort of the like quarter mark in. So it's like you've gone a quarter of the bridge. The bridge isn't like massively long, but it's long enough.
So it was like miles long, I thought, last time. Or it was like really far across. Am I misremembering that?
You are so the bridge itself, both sides of the gate sort of protrude out on to over the water. The bridge itself, where it's like actually exposed, is a shorter distance.
Got it.
How far is the water?
Down.
How far down? You know, I'm just gonna tell you it's a far drop.
Cool.
Far.
Bogarth is just gonna say, friends, I don't think we want to be here anymore. I don't know if that was obvious,
I'm
but
gonna.
we definitely want to be away from the castle.
It's not great positioning.
I'm gonna walk up to Nereus and Killian, if I can just whisper to the two of them, and be like, "You have the notes, and you have the letter.
I do have the letter.
I think we give him the notes."
You're doing an awful lot of whispering over there. I'm getting rather impatient.
I'll pull out the notes that he had. It was like his book with the notes in it, right? So I'll pull that out and go, we have the notes. You said 20 gold each, yeah?
For wasting my time, let's make it 10.
I will
Torch.
No,
I'm not gonna
Killian, we can talk.
I'm gonna pull out the little tinder box that I have
Mhm.
and try to light it. And
That's
just
not any
hold it.
better. Worse. You're just
I think
skipping a couple.
You
steps.
see his grin fade.
I'll go. Just give us the 20 gold each, and the book's yours. Or I burn it.
He's really good at burning things.
He
This guy is
really
insane. He killed the wife and the child.
Killian.
No. Hold on. But I will die for you.
Killian.
Oh,
The
what are you
spark
doing
from
next?
your tinderbox. The spark from your tinderbox echoes almost into the spirit realm, and you feel some of that energy bounce back to you, and a little fire in your eye begins to light. Gain 1 inspiration.
Yo.
You better use it this
Beast
session. I need it.
Yeah.
You see his hand
Oh,
wave.
Oh.
The subtle clicking and clacking of boots as suddenly you all look up. The guards that were posted all around the towers appear to have been dismissed. His face goes down into his hand. He says, I told them this is something we could talk out. But this is why we have to do things the hard way. He drops his cane.
Oh, no.
He puts
Oh, no.
both his hands on the shoulders of either flower guard.
Oh, no.
Suddenly, they begin wailing and screaming before it's stifled. You see a black sort of liquid pulses beneath their skin as
like me.
there's the crickling and cracking of bones as they begin changing. Before you suddenly, you see these two probably human or half-elven guards. Suddenly, their skin is a deep blue-gray. Their front teeth have become large mandible-like structures as they now hunch over. He says, now, my pets, fetch me my notes. I am getting tired of waiting. I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, jeez.
Set it on fire.
Oh my
Unfortunately,
god.
you may not.
Oh.
It is too late.
Okay, while we're rolling, can I
Oh,
have
it's
that paper
garbage.
so I know what I can do, and
Oh, yeah.
I'll
Oh,
yeah,
give
yeah.
this back over for whatever ends up
Trade
happening.
offer.
Trade offer. Here, can you pass
You
that
receive.
pretty please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Trade
Well,
offer.
I rolled
trade
it, so it's
offer.
rolled.
I rolled it, so it's
You
rolled.
really you cursed your
I
dice.
cursed your die. I'm so sorry.
They're
another
not
one.
nice.
You
What
can't
the
go
heck is
punching
happening?
stuff.
That's not the one.
I touched the dice.
Dude, plus
The
one.
spirits are excited.
Yeah. I will wait.
There's the
I'm so
possibility that you're ahead of someone.
It's not me this
Not
time.
me though.
No, couldn't be me. Stay safe.
Not her.
8. Not too. Do you want? Will, do you want to try a different one?
No.
All right.
Stick to your
Nice
guns.
tail over there.
Look,
All right.
if there's a role
Oh,
to fumble in combat, it's probably initiative.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh my goodness gravy. Okay, 20 and above.
Yeah. Yeah.
15 to 20.
17.
What? I heard 16?
16
17?
17.
Great. I will do the
dice.
Oh, dice shit.
yes.
Wait, turn the light.
does it? Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it
On
does
the
what?
back, on the back.
All
The
right.
dice don't deserve such luxury.
Uh,
That deal's gonna be
10,
packed
10
by
to
the end of the
15.
night. 10.
Great.
I just want to be ahead of someone. So I can do my bugbear things.
5 to 10.
Be
8.
long.
8.
No, I have
One,
Eight.
four.
the extra damage.
Oh, that's right.
I used both.
1 to 5?
Man.
What'd you
2.
2. Great.
That's
All right.
Although I don't have any more.
Perfect.
my cool things. I use them all.
Wonderful. Let me set this up correctly here. We
Yay,
have
map love.
Oh,
these.
Do I need to roll?
so I think that we were down to 4 charges last time, right?
Perfect.
Uh,
Can we see this?
So we actually need to have her
Perfect.
immediately roll charges.
There we
now.
go.
I believe we
Use-
used 1.
So I'm pretty sure I used 2. So I
ask the spirits something and then I try the prediction thing. So I believe I used 2. We were at.
Okay, yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and roll a d6.
Oh, I think that's gonna happen to me.
Cool.
Okay, you gain 2 charges.
The max charges.
Is that 6 total now?
While this is all getting set up, I want to make it clear that we have made some changes to the Orb of the Spirit Collar, by the way. We were trying to have it be a little bit more interactive outside of combat, but it wasn't really working. So we're going to make it so that it does things in combat and affects y'all, the Spirit Mob. And you'll hopefully see some of those things, right?
That's the goal. That's why I need it.
In just a little bit. And we're going to need it, because I think we're going to die. So we need you to help us.
Please, oh please.
That's actually
Yeah, Josh is gonna hate that. when we watch it. He's gonna be so mad.
Well,
We
y'all.
can
Here,
scoot it.
scoot it.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not with
Not
you.
You're blue stealing hearts
Oh,
already.
yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna move.
Oh
on,
yes, the
assuming,
yellow
right?
pawn. Me.
Wonderful. Alrighty. So, friends, like I said, what has sort of transpired is these 2 guards have transformed into these malevolent sort of creatures.
Yeah, they have.
You see, as we're beginning our combat here, and as you're all sort of getting on edge, as adrenaline's beginning to pump, Oth, the hand, picks up the cane he was holding, places it firmly beneath him, and just very sternly, smile completely gone. You see the sort of gentle composure of his face is completely transformed as he is just staring daggers across at you. His front that he was putting up is no longer there. However, again, the guards have been dismissed. This is something that is not publicly displayed very clearly. As we begin with Nereus, you are up first.
Not to brag or anything, I'm going to, using the water that is in my my canteen for my explorer's pack, I'm gonna cast Wall of Water,
Okay, great.
All right.
and I'm gonna, so if we're all the way back there. Ooh, are they close enough together where I couldn't, like, do a Wall of Water just around the 2 guards, separating them from...
If it's within range,
Ooh,
I don't know the range of wall of water.
Wall of
Wawa,
water.
wawa, off the top of my head.
Conjure a wall of water on the ground at a point that you can see within range.
What is the
But what's
range?
the range?
Oh, yeah, 60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, so from.
Shoot.
How do we step back?
Calm. Oh,
Not calm. It's not calm.
I'm not calm.
25, 30, 35, 40,
But if we can get that wall of
60.
water up,
So this is.
then we're vibing.
Yeah.
We're chilling.
That's good.
So you
I'm
could
just
you
gonna
could
put a wall of
potentially-
water across.
across.
Or what
Like-
were you gonna say?
I was gonna say you could move closer if you wanted to try to place it directly on them.
Geddy, you want to be closer to that guy?
Yeah, get up in that guy's business.
Yours wants to run forward, chuck and roll.
Forward.
Guys,
Dash.
Nereus is gonna flirt.
I enter flirt stance.
Nereus.
Get the sorority squad again.
Oh my gosh.
The
Nereus, the wet and wild one. All right. Let's.
Coral
Oh,
blue.
like that.
Are you moving closer? Are you drawing a wall of water?
Romania, Viria, would it be horrible if I just cast a wall of water if it completely blocked our line of sight? Would you mind? Would that be
you can still
horrible?
see through it. It doesn't block line of sight. It's just
Yeah. Is it
Disadvantage
see-through?
on-
Doesn't?
Really gross water. No, it would be
gross water.
no, it's clean.
I should
Just
be fine.
brown.
Yeah, okay.
Does it come from you or just
Is
from?
it gonna block the entire
My,
thing?
my blood. My blood.
What are you doing, Nereus?
Let's not give the necromancer your blood.
I'm gonna keep my distance. And I'm gonna keep my distance and just cast wall of water.
Wall of Wawa.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, past the wall.
Like kind of across the bridge.
Yeah, so it can be like super long, right? Like 60 feet.
It can cover the bridge.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Let me look up wall
I
of water.
should know those.
Well, we could just
30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
Great. You want to do
Or
30
you
foot
could make it
long?
round, but
I could. I think I'm just gonna do it straight.
Okay.
One.
It's about 50. So this is about 50 feet. So Yeah, so you can pretty much take up this.
Yeah.
Is that roughly where you want it to be, as close to them as you can?
That's
as
not
close as-
good enough, is it?
Perfect.
It'll do something.
We're
Yeah.
doing it.
At the very least, it's gonna look cool.
We got our wall of water. Right.
Let's hope we
Right
don't have
water.
to erase it.
Oh,
H2O.
that's what I should have done. Great. Nearest, that's your action. Are you doing anything with your bonus action? Do you want to move closer? The spray of the water from the river below, the crashing sounds around you as you feel pressured to make a choice.
I'll go a little closer. Let me move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet closer. That's it.
All right,
I
wonderful.
did that.
Nice.
Nearest, how do you
Great.
conjure this wall of water as you run forward?
Cool. I run forward and with my thumb, I pop open my canteen and I kind of just will it out with my hands and kind of swirl it a little bit. It becomes this orb, and then I blow it
Like a big
And-
bubble.
like a big bubble, and then the bubble goes over to where I want it. It pops and it forms this wall of water.
Nice. Wonderful. Nearest, that is your turn. Wonderful. It's now we move on to one of our lovely little corrupted guards.
Oh.
Nezel, if you would be so kind, please retrieve the papers from the small boy. And
Is that
he-
you?
I'm the one holding them.
This one?
And
They're all small to me. So do you.
the guard on the right, you can see his sort of
Unbelievable.
his purplish skin sort of bulges through his armor as it's sort of beginning to pop off.
Stupid. There's a wall of water.
This is difficult terrain.
It
Learn to swim.
is-
Ranged weapon. Disadvantage
dancing.
on
I don't
ranged
know how to
weapons.
Don't pull off the bridge.
Oh my gosh. Difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to use his bonus action.
Really, that's
What?
Or 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to dash.
What?
40, 40.
No.
Oh!
Oh.
As he,
No.
as he, his arms almost seem to like pop a little bit out of their sockets to give him this sort of like four like hands, feet bounding through, barrels through the wall of water before it stands over you, Killian.
Oh no.
You
been
gauge he's
exposed.
probably at this point about like 6'4" and growing.
growing.
What do you
Oh.
mean growing?
Is he still wearing armor?
Yes, he is still wearing armor.
Excellent.
Killian, it's your turn. Speaking of which, Killian, what would you like to do to this creature?
So first thing I'm gonna do is, would it be an action or bonus action if I'm already ready to light it to just set it on fire?
I would say it would be your bonus action to ignite it.
Okay. I'm going to ignite it,
Great.
and then I'm going to shocking grasp the man.
Okay, go ahead, and you roll with advantage, right? Because he.
It's
is-
not advantage. It's if it hits. He can't take reactions. until
Great.
the start of his next turn.
Yo!
Go ahead
Okay.
and roll as you're stun gunning him.
Oh, dice box for a reason.
I know. It bounced off. It does better when it doesn't go with the dice box. I don't know why. So that's a dirty 20.
Yo.
Let's go.
Dirty 20. Yep, that definitely hits.
Sorry, I should have rolled the.
I believe that does hit. Yes.
Wait, I need to.
So he'll take
Let me put
3
me in the
lightning
dice
damage and cannot take reactions.
3 lightning damage.
Should you be picking an element?
Can't react.
No, that's still the same day. So I already used that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, Killing, describe to me how you're stun gunning this man.
So I'm just gonna like kind of like stiff arm him
Mhm.
as I try to run. past him.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna run all the way to the wall of water, yelling, "If you want the book so bad, come and get it."
Set it on fire and then shove it in and take it out.
Because I have it in the other hand.
Yeah.
And it's on fire.
As he sort of begins to jolt, there's like this bubbling and popping as you see the liquid that had been like poured into his skin begins sort of popping out and crackling. There's this awful smell like burning moths. As he seems just totally.
Specifically.
Way too specific.
I know what that's.
Yeah, it's awful. It's an awful smell.
We've all smelled one hit a lamp. So
Wonderful.
A little extra crispy.
Well done.
So, that's your turn, Killian. I believe that's action, bonus action,
Yep.
and your movement. Wonderful. This other one, you see, its top canines are sort of sticking down versus the bottom ones were sticking out. Oth looks very visibly agitated when you ignite the paper. Bezel, would you please execute on where your brother has failed?
You're closer.
Gotta make a front line somewhere.
No,
Bezel.
it's behind me.
Bezel and Bezel.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Embezzle.
Yeah. Wonderful.
True.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What are the specifics of how this ability works? Oh, great. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
I'm literally football.
Just out of range.
Straight up.
Go
long.
Wonderful.
I don't think the book's more than 5 pounds.
It will. Bezel, bounding forward on three of its limbs, produces its halberd, which now looks much smaller in its very meaty grasp as it makes its attack against you, Killian. That is an 8 to hit.
Nope.
Right. You're able to sort of deftly dodge as it seems a little clumsy, like it's not used to its body. That's its turn. It's used everything. Wonderful. We are now into Bogarth.
Dysphoria.
Great. Bogarth will. Let's see. How far can I make my echo go?
Go.
Echo go. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, so I'm gonna have Bogarth. Bogarth is just gonna say, "Stay away from my friend," and I'm going to move Bogarth to be 2 spaces east of Nesh, right next to 1. Yeah, right there. And I will also use my bonus action to summon my Echo. I'm
Great.
gonna summon him 15 feet is as far as I can put him away from me. He's gonna go towards 2, and then I'm also gonna move him to be basically in between 2 and Killian. Yeah, like right there. And
In
then,
the water? Wait.
It's not in the water. There's
Okay.
more.
No.
Oh, I see.
and then I'm going to use my action to go ahead and take an attack at 1.
Go ahead.
Come on.
It's still sort of like sizzling, popping.
No, there's no shot. 10.
Your rapier bounces against one of its like bracer that's still like barely clinging on to its meaty form.
Fight me instead. And I'm just gonna end my turn.
Wonderful. All right. Yes, Varia, you are up.
Yes. I have a question. Is this until like the start/end of a turn, or is this just?
Oh, I should specify that. That's
Yeah.
just until they go away. So you're talking about this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's until they dematerialize.
Wonderful. Varia,
okay.
what we doing?
I am going to grab the orb and sort of just hold it close to my chest and spirits, we are probably gonna need you. And summon them into the combat.
Ooh, here you come, here we go. Where are you summoning
Let
them to?
me let's see. I did not think about it. Exactly. Okay.
They're ready and raring.
Okay, so I can only no, it's 60. I would not be able to move up and get within 60 feet of Oth, would I? I have 30 feet of movement.
Mothman.
10,
Othman.
15, 20, 25, 30 is where you could get your
His Mothman.
Mothman.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You're just like 15 feet short
Okay,
without dashing.
I don't want to dash, so let me just move my full 30. And then I will just summon but I am for sure within 90 feet of Oth currently.
Yes, 90 feet for sure.
Okay, so then I will summon the spirits as close as I can to them, to Oth.
They can be summoned
60, yes.
Okay. So that's gonna be right about here.
And then
That kind of answers my question.
it gets easier, oh Spirit Master. As a bonus action, I am going to expend one charge of the Spirit Orb, and I'm going to mark Oth. So I'm going to try to with the lantern I have, sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Lighthouse beam.
Shine.
No, thank you. Like do the same thing, mirror exactly what's happening. So I want to pull out a little bit of blue energy, and it is doing the same thing on the spirit orb, and just like coating Oth in just goo.
We got slime.
Yes.
throw it.
As you oh man, I just have to use this. As you are double fisting these magical things, throwing the one part ectoplasm, one part just first a hand, a face, another hand, a foot, as the spirit mob begins sort of tumbling over itself, clawing, gunning straight for Oth. He gets coated in this sort of goo as, he did not like that. He did not like that one bit.
Bummer.
So I'm sorry. Just so that the spirits, well, can they see what it does? I'll just say it real quick. Okay. That creature receives extra damage from the spirit mob's attack action equal to 1d. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a
It's
d6.
just an additional spirit die on your attacks.
Okay. So just so you know. Okay. So that was my bonus action, and for my action, I'm going to turn to just do an about face and try to help Bogarth and Toll the Dead, and just like,
Let's go.
I know it's a lantern, but it's got a
Yeah,
little
go
thing
ahead.
in there that'll
Go ahead,
that'll
and
ring.
they make a saving throw, or
Yes, it is a wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Sorry, can you describe to me how you're tolling the dead?
Oh yeah, well,
It's like a
I'm
bar,
just
it's like a
gonna,
bar
I'll
within a drink, but,
pretend to throw my lantern, and it just kind of like
Rings.
dong on the head.
Yeah.
It's like a bell.
Yes.
Okay.
As it sort of collides with it, it's the static is beginning to subside at this point as it just turns its eyes towards you, seemingly unaffected.
Word. All right.
Wonderful. That's your turn.
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. Oth. This is absolutely beneath me.
Only one chart.
I cannot stand your petty actions. He grabs the pearl from his pin. I call upon the Lady of the Northern Isles. Please, lend me your strength, and I will gain the storm. As suddenly the wind on the bridge begins to pick up and begins to sort of formulate into this large ball, as you hear a sort of, at first a kind of snicker, and then a, well, of course, anything for you, my dear.
Nearest, what's he talking about? Do you know?
Oh, warlock.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wow.
Girlfriend shows up. Why can't I have that?
Suddenly, you see
It's just a nice,
the
beautiful
clouds above
So
you
off is the
begin
bottom. Got
to
it.
gray and condense, creating a sort. You hear the sort of low rackus of thunder and the flashes of lightning, as suddenly a bolt of lightning strikes this sort of ball of wind, as then suddenly this large sort of clawed hand made of pure air produces itself, and then another more normal hand, and this large being made of just pure air appears before, and blowing a large gust. Y'all.
Oh God.
As it will do that when I am prepared. It is blowing so hard. It's so very scary.
I'm scared.
Yes. So
They're not
Certainly scared.
Question.
answer.
yes,
What happens to the paper that's on fire?
we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
I'll
Eventually.
Eventually.
I wouldn't mind if it wasn't on fire anymore.
No, it'll just
well.
explode.
So
Oh, it was a blow up. Huh?
for all of you,
Fire.
so for Killian, Varia, Nereus, it doesn't affect your echo. Killian, Varia, Nereus, you all need to make a strength saving throw. Suddenly, gale force winds are pushing you towards the edge of the bridge.
I'm on fire 10 30, 20.
Oh, good.
This
You're
is a
good.
well-earned change of pace.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20
Let's
for a
go.
19.
What happened?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well,
well, a save is critical success. So it's a
Yes. So you're good. You're good.
I rolled an 8, and that's a -1 to a 7.
Yep. Nereus, you
Wait, so
are.
is it immediately going after being summoned?
I'm just a little.
This is as part of his action.
Oh, but it
Oh, it's like
has
a-
it technically
goes
taken a
before.
turn in combat?
No, it hasn't taken a turn in combat. It's like
Understood.
it is. Not to get into the semantics. It is summoned and it does this.
Great.
It is part of its summoning.
enter the battlefield effect.
Yes.
I just
Nereus, you are
Bugbears
you are
need to know
moved
this information.
5,
It's
10,
on
and knocked
cast.
prone.
Oh,
It does actually extinguish any fires
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
within its radius. As the fire is blown out, you can see sort of the two eye-like things in this creature's face almost look like it is cracks in stone, but upon the wind itself rushing in this big whirlwind. Great. That's his action.
Nereus, as you fall, you'll feel a spectral group of arms kind of catch you and let you down just a little easier than you would have on the flagstone. They'll say, "We've got you." One inspiration to Nereus.
I'm gonna use it this time.
Wonderful.
Damn well better.
I think we need it.
He will, I guess, he
Thank
just has to
you,
do this for his
Lua.
bonus action. Oth puts the pearl back, again, sort of shakes some of the goo off of himself and then off of his cane before
Spiritual kiss
he
on the forehead.
a little bit of love. Before he sort of like throws it, so he the handle like shoots and he sort of grabs the end, grabs his cane in both hands and then pulls as it extends. The handle flips up and a blade pops out as he now has, and he sort of does a little twirl as he's now holding his cane is transformed into a very large glaive. He holds it in his jeweled and golden hand. As he looks at the orb of spirits, it's doing it again, isn't it? No, it's good. Okay. As he looks at the orb of spirits and he says, "Well, friends, if you so wish, you may take your chances with me, but I guarantee you this will not end how you want it to." And that's his turn. Nesh.
All right. Nesh will level his eyes at the monster in front of him as he you can see the stars in his face start to glow a little bit and his eyes kind of like dull and you can hear the smashing of the sword as it crashes onto the ground and he says, "No, not you." And then he flicks his eyes over to Nereus and he runs over after enraging
Yep.
and he will pick up Nereus onto his feet. "You're too handsome to be on the floor like that. Get back up!"
But now you're flirting.
Yeah, man, what the heck?
He's too, rage is just a collection of powerful emotions. I'm sure there's.
Yeah.
Imagine it was like one-handed, just
Yeah. No, he's yelling.
Like,
Like Nereus like grabs his sculpted like arms and you can just feel like raw muscle as he just grabs you and boom.
Yeah. So Nereus, as you are looking up at Nesh, the sort of like subtle droplets of water that are being caught up in the wind from the river, just like smashing onto Nesh's body, chiseled.
Wait, do you have long hair?
No.
Is it-
Well,
oh.
it's like tied into a bun in the back.
Oh, he's
Okay.
man
Yeah.
bun
Yeah,
too?
some of the hair like kind of.
Yeah.
Powerful if it was
Just like a little bit of
yeah.
the bangs were like.
Wonderful.
So you just fall prone again, like, oh no.
Oh,
What the?
I'm blushing. I'm blushing.
Wonderful, wonderful. Nesh, so I'm
purple because you're
Nesh,
blue.
I'm treating that as like that's the help action to get Nereus standing. So you already used your bonus. You have part of your movement. Do you still want to keep moving?
Yeah. Nesh will move forwards towards the wall of water.
Yo.
Okay, you can move basically behind Killian or to one of these squares.
Sounds good.
Suddenly, Big Daddy Nesh is behind Killian.
Hey.
Wonderful. Great. That is Nesh's turn. We are back at Nereus. Now that you are standing, ready to go.
I like look back over at you. I'm like,
Nesh is not even making eye contact.
oh,
What's that sound bite like? If you want to flirt with someone, first look down, look up. Bite your lip.
Nereus does that whole thing to Nesh's back.
I haven't the courage to do it to your face just yet. I'm
Yeah.
walking up to it.
Great. All right, what are you doing, Nereus?
Okay, I need to roll for concentration for wall of water. Is it helping?
Did you take damage? It's only
No.
if you take
I just got
damage.
blown over. Oh
Yeah, no. It doesn't disrupt your
Why do
concentration.
you have to concentrate?
Something else.
Affecting my concentration.
Wonderful.
Cool. I am going to, let's see. Let me run over to one. Can I get there and flank one?
Yep.
with Bogart here.
Oh,
Flanking.
yeah, that is a little sketchy.
And worst case scenario, I can swim. It's fine. I'll cast wall of water to get back up there.
Swim.
But then Ryan will have to erase that wall of water.
You don't want to make
We don't want that.
Wait, we hate this guy.
Wait.
Oh, this is all his fault. This is fault. All of us against the DM. Yeah.
Sorry.
Once a day.
No.
All right, Nereus, what are you doing? I know what everyone wants you to do, but I need to hear it from your lips.
We have to do what Nereus wants. I'm gonna attack one with my little rapier
Hell yeah.
and throw. What? I don't know why I said throw. Okay.
She's throwing.
Yes.
Ooh, do I have advantage against one?
It's
or
a
did you
plus
just
a
watch me
D-
walk over?
4.
Oh, like for sneak attack?
Yeah.
Oh,
You still get sneak attack 'cause there's
you
an
get
ally.
sneak attack because you're
Yeah.
within 5 feet, and he's sort of like splitting his attention. Yes.
Army.
Nezel, also, yeah, it's just currently eyes very focused on Varia specifically.
But you
It's
added
good.
D4, right?
D4. Yes, D4.
Which is there, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Nereus,
You
would you
can't
like to...
say before.
Yeah.
You can't say before.
Oh, inspiration.
Inspiration.
You said you'd use it!
I'm gonna use it instead.
Spirit.
You can leave the other dice, but you can just reroll
These
this one.
guys, yeah, I'm gonna put them down ever so gently.
Yeah. You're really gently in this combat as...
Yeah.
That's not even a D8. Hold on. That's a D8. So I gotta read.
Hit it. Hit that thing.
Oh no.
It's like a 20.
Please, Pasonic, and I just have one good day. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen.
Yep.
That is an 8 to hit.
Yeah. So
Nor.
Nereus, as you made your way over, you're going in for the kill here. You just graze part of it as a little bit of this goo like gets on your sword, but it's like you don't really make a lot of purchase there, unfortunately, as it is still just beadily trained onto Varia. Wonderful.
Thinking about Nash.
Yeah, it's just really distracting. That just whole like totally new. You're like, what?
I'll touch him another person.
Wonderful. Okay.
Skip the scale of
You
contact.
can see Nesh just like holding out his hand, just like he's just watching the water droplets hit it, like nothing's going on.
The spirits are keenly aware of.
They're ready.
Yeah.
They're ready.
Wonderful.
When is it our
We're
turn?
getting so close.
I've set them up for
Nezel is
success.
going to go 5, 10. You guys get-
Now.
Yeah, you both get attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, you do.
well. But no flanking because.
No flanking.
Yeah, as it begins bounding, it's sort of its wrist. You hear it crack as it begins moving, and it sort of rolls through and over its shoulder, back onto its feet. It's just a very strange amalgamation of parts right now.
17.
17 as well.
And you do get sneak attack here.
Yeah. As both of your rapiers attempt to pierce its skin, they plink off of a hardened shell beneath the liquid.
17 doesn't hit.
Continue. I was so excited.
Don't come over here.
I was like 17, surely.
Wait, why is it going over there?
Because I'm holding the book.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
It has orders.
It's fine.
Um,
Oh, that's fair.
as its face is now becoming more and more sort of grotesque. Its different canines becoming one slightly larger than the other. Hello, little man. And it goes to grab you. It's going to attempt to grapple you.
Good, because I'm going to attempt to grapple it on my turn.
Wonderful.
I'll grapple you.
So I have to strength against.
Yeah. Athletics check.
I'm not stuck in here.
Um,
I'm not stuck in here with you.
it rolled a 15.
14.
Oh,
Right.
wait, do you have an inspiration?
Yahtzee.
The spirits.
14.
Wonderful. Despite the spirits attempting to bolster your muscles, you feel small spectral hands like try to support you. It's crushing weight, and the sheer mass of its muscle just overpower you, Killian, as it wraps an arm around you. Its broken wrist sort of snaps to form a tight hold as its other hand begins reaching for the book. That's its turn.
To hurt myself today.
Killian, it is now your turn.
Okay. So I am grappled, right?
Yes, you are grappled.
Can I still do a shocking grasp?
Yeah.
Would I take the damage as well?
I mean, are you? In this
We're
case,
both wet.
no,
I'm
because
not grounded.
I'm going to say no because how it's produced is specifically from your gauntlet, which would not attempt to hurt you,
Okay.
Okay.
and I would give you that control.
All right.
All right.
Homie deal.
Well, okay. So never mind.
Home
Not
DM, or I
gonna-
just like the flavor
never
better.
mind.
I'm not gonna shocking grasp.
Oh, well.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do instead is take the book
Okay.
and throw it off the roof.
Okay. Let me look at my throne properties.
I mean, he was gonna light it on fire. Or
It
he
was on
did.
fire, yeah.
What is
It's
this
not
book?
fire anymore.
I
If you
think we're
spin it
past
like a
caring
frisbee,
about
it'll
it.
go farther.
Okay. So Orchelius has a
I'm
thrown
reverse
improvised
coloring.
weapon. So I would roughly gauge. What is your strength?
14.
14. I do not remember how to run. I have not had someone try to throw an improvised weapon in a long time. I would say you could reasonably probably throw it like.
It's probably like 2060. For the
There's
range.
a different way we could do this if you're okay with how cool it might be.
I have
Well, it depends. I'm rather flexible. What are you thinking?
So if I throw it with this hand,
if you
in that I throw the hand off the
Oh,
bridge,
no.
I can bring it back.
I mean, that's really cool.
It's more like
Rule of cool. Rule of cool.
Yeah.
It would only be 1d10 regardless if I do manage to hit them, but throwing the book, can I
Yeah.
do that and then
Yeah,
attempt to
snap
do the
it back.
attack on
Yeah,
them?
sure.
Okay.
That's actually really cool. I'll give it to you as you
Hell
can. The book's small enough. You can. It's an object interaction. Sure.
Yeah, okay.
You're throwing the book. I'd say probably you can throw it about like 30 or so feet.
An improvised thrown weapon has a normal range of 20 and a long range.
This
of
isn't
Okay.
going to be technically improvised
different.
because I have the thrown
But
property.
we
I just
now we
for-
know that.
Yeah, for the
For next time.
I got rules.
Okay. Now, because I am going more than 20
This do
to
be
throw the book,
True.
I will have disadvantage on the return to actually like hit them with it.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'm going to do that, but
So the book. So we've landed on it's 30 feet away, correct?
that's how far. Well, I mean, I can throw it up to 60. So I'm going to try to do that because that's the longest range I can go.
Okay.
I
I would.
If it moves the initiative trackers around, can we like change the order?
15.
That's a little
I
too
reach
bad.
up and move myself in time.
It's
Fifth dimensional
it's gonna be like off the map, and
Yeah.
I feel
Really?
weird
We
that
feel shifted.
We can do like 40 if you want it to still be like on the map.
Well, I want it to be on the map. / you are currently being held by a giant
Right, so I
creature.
can probably throw it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not catapulting it. I'm just actually throwing. So.
Yeah,
Not
you're.
flat. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
that's
it
that's probably about where to be. That little tiny dice is that book. Wonderful. As you chuck it,
Well, actually, so my range is 20, 60. What does that? Does that mean in between 20 and 60 it's okay, or does that?
It
Normal-
really realistically means 60 because it would be disadvantage at 60 if you were trying to hit something with
Okay.
that range.
yes. As this happens,
Not disadvantage less than 60.
Killian, as your arm sort of snaps away, you see Oth. No! His eyes immediately dart on to Nereus. He's going to use one of his legendary actions to
What? This guy's got legendary actions?
cast.
Oh no, we gotta get out of here.
Bro!
Ship y'all up
His
for it.
eyes,
God.
his eyes land onto Nereus. As Nereus, you sort of just casually make eye contact with him briefly, but that is just enough.
No.
As the big toothy smile stretches across his face, and he says,
No.
"The royal hand needs your help.
Oh no.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, I believe. It might be
Guys,
wisdom.
I'm
Hold
starting
on.
to think this dude's evil.
He did call us
This
friends.
is,
Observation of the
this is not a
century.
gentleman at all.
I can't believe I was so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
17.
Oh shit. Pretty good.
Meets
Pretty
beats.
good.
Maybe?
Hold on, I need to switch the other step block. Let me just leave you in suspense. As Nereus, you feel a lot of feelings right now.
And we're gonna take a 15-minute break.
Nereus, for a moment, you feel something so strange. You get these flashes in your mind of your childhood, and an ever-present hand alongside you, on your back, on your shoulder, guiding you along, holding yours, as you feel friendly for a moment before the sounds of and the screams of your friends, the crashing of the river brings you back as you pull away from his eyes, which you now see. Before, his eyes were sort of a dull brown color, but for that brief moment, his eyes were a washed over gray. Wonderful. That's his legendary action. Yeah. Sorry. Now we're back to.
But he also has lair actions.
Yeah. Sorry. Now we're back to you, Killian. Sorry.
I rolled a 23 to hit,
Yeah. You certainly hit.
and that's gonna be for 13 damage,
Yo!
13. Let's go.
Hey,
while also having thrown the book off the ledge.
Gong.
Flip back. Yes. As you're describe for me one more time how it snaps back, just because I
So-
need a little bit of help.
It's using magnets.
Yes.
So
Magnets.
I first I would twist my arm and throw it out, and then twist my arm and bring it back as they're like holding me, and I just kind of bring it, and it hits them in the back of the head.
Yeah. There's a very clear.
Sorry.
But you see more of this liquid sort of like and is pouring down its head. You can see there's now just wisps of hair as it's being pulled away by this liquid. The hair that this man once had in his head is now just like beginning to fade away. Wonderful. Killian, that's your turn.
Well, so
Oh, sorry.
what? Just real quick, what does it take for me to get out of the grapple check?
So it is an action to
Okay.
contest a grapple.
Just making sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Then yes,
Athletics or
Or you can use acrobatics.
it's gonna be the same exact regardless. So
Great.
then we're back.
Wonderful. So now it is Bezel's turn. Bogarth, remind me, can your echo be attacked?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Has an AC of 60.
Actually, no. It's
So
going
it
to
Swan dive.
as Nezel's head turns to you, Killian.
No, I don't.
No.
So much flirting.
No.
He's down bad.
If you like breaking things so much, let's see how you feel when you are crushed to death. Bezel, get your filthy behind over here.
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh no!
Eiffel Tower?
Hey, PG-13.
Sandwich? Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
Wonderful. Bezel is going to.
Ooh, that's the first place your mind went.
Is going to use. I guess it doesn't need to be that close.
Y'all
It's
may
going to
do
be
it
that
more
close
often,
anyways.
but I think it more
It's going to. Well, yeah. Yeah. It's going to make its attack against you, Killian.
Okay.
Just trying to smush you a little bit with the flat of its blade. That is going.
disadvantage?
What?
Do I have disadvantage? Or like,
Do
do
they
they have
have
advantage?
advantage?
Yeah.
It doesn't have advantage, but it does get the D4. Thank you for the
right,
reminder.
right, the flanking, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
13 plus does a 19 beat your AC.
It sure does.
All right, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as it begins crushing you, and then it's going to flip the point around of its blade at Nesh because he's within range. And it's going to make its attack against Nesh here. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Does not.
Okay, Nesh. The point of the halberd comes flipping around to you as its meaty paw holds it, and it just collides with the flat of your blade.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
just
gonna
Nesh just lazily
Yeah,
wrinkles
yeah.
the blade like.
Surprisingly experienced. Wonderful. That is going to be Bezel's turn. Bogart, you are up next.
Oh, great. There's a lot happening on the battlefield right now, but since I would have remembered that what was the thing that popped up out of the water again? I don't know if we remember that. That's
Giant creature
Dating.
Giant.
made of air.
I don't know.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
He's hot too.
I hate when the villains are hot. Wait, so what's happening?
It's your turn.
I asked what it. Okay.
It's a giant creature made of air. It has one pod. and
I
it's
was
glowing.
ignoring you. Okay, I'm going to seeing that it blew air or wind, and everyone except for my echo was pretty much affected by it. I'm gonna attempt to move my echo over next to the giant one, and I know I'm gonna trigger a opportunity attack, but I'm just gonna. Wait.
So you're trying to go
No, my echo, my
Echo,
echo.
echo.
like right
Oh
here?
my god.
Yeah, because is that still within 30 of Bogarth?
Yes, it is barely.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But I do take an opportunity.
Yeah,
attack.
Bezel attempts to claw at it as it goes by, and it is just your echo is just too deft and quick.
Well, it's got great footwork.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my action to attack from the echo space. And
Great.
attack one. Maybe, perhaps. 17.
17. 17 does hit. Go ahead.
Let's go. And because it hasn't taken a turn in combat yet, it will take an initial 5 points of piercing, as well as it's worse. An additional 5 points of I don't know what that is because of my bugbear stuff. Yeah, it just takes an extra 2d6 damage, so 5, an extra 5.
Okay, so it takes 10 total.
So it takes 10, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to make another attack.
What kind of
Great.
damage was the other?
Go
It
ahead
was
and roll.
piercing. Okay, and then wait, that's still the same.
Oh,
It's
even better.
great. It's great. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that also hits.
So that is 8 plus. That's crap. So 12 points of piercing.
12 points.
On
Okay.
the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it 8?
Because the.
Wonderful.
You know what? Hold on. I actually think I did the math wrong there. What was? Did you see what the initial die roll was? I think I added an extra 2. I think it was 2 fewer.
Okay, 2 fewer.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to do math.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. So,
Dragon.
Bogart, so can you describe to me? You're making these from the echo, right? Can you elaborate on
Yeah.
that for me?
So everyone knows that Bogart's footwork is great. It's amazing. He is a sight to be seen in combat.
It's pretty good for a beginner.
Everything that you see of Bogart that is just so expertly crafted and clearly trained and learned, the Echo just does it better. And just takes 2 deft strikes into the. What is it again? It's just a giant
creature.
woman.
No, it's a giant
monster.
creature
It's
made
a
of
mo-
air.
it's a-
It is not a woman. There is nothing about this that is feminine. or
I am
masculine.
just.
Think about an
It's just
air
wishful
elemental.
thinking.
It
I am
It has
going to.
there's nothing that denotes it as any kind of
I
gender.
feel like
It
I'm
does-
being
does not like being
disrespected, and I am
subjected
going
to
to
your
action
gender.
surge. And I'm taking another attack.
Why are we yelling?
That's fun. That's great. 19.
That does hit.
And that is 9
But like
plus.
swirly air.
Is it
Swirly air. What do you
Okay.
think I did?
Okay.
That is 13 more points of piercing.
Okay, wonderful.
And that's my turn.
Stuff.
Great.
I see my turn.
So, Bogarth, as your echo is making these strikes, each pierce in through the sort of like this atmosphere, basically, of this creature, it seems hardly bothered.
No.
As a strike will go through with the echo, it thrusts the blade off. Another one goes in. It appears to be slightly uncomfortable, but it does not seem to be making enough of an impact on it overall.
I'm sorry. Last final thing. I still have my normal movement, so I'm just gonna move Bogarth.
How many more action surges do you have today?
I don't have. I can just do 2 movements with me and my echo. I'm just gonna go north of 1. So I'm flanking with
Little
killing.
one.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Wonderful.
Great.
Ba-ba-ba-la-ba.
And
All
now
right.
I rest.
All right, spirits, your time has come. What are you doing?
Our time has come. Firstly,
First,
we're going to say,
Bigly.
well, we're all going to look back at Varia, put our fists in the air and say, go get him!
Yeah.
Go get
Yeah.
him.
First for Varia.
Yeah.
And then we're going to
Got you.
close the gap to our boss man,
Yes.
Yes.
and with our mark doing some extra damage, roll.
Come on. Big rolls. Big rolls.
Big money, no whammies.
Roll bigly.
That is a 19 to hit
That does hit.
for
And you add the.
3 damage.
Did you add a d6 for being marked?
I rolled 2 ones.
3 damage against the big.
Crushing it, guys.
Did it so feisty today?
Next time.
We just go for the bear hug maneuver, get all the arms in on it, and he just kind of slides out with the mark goo.
Yes. He does. Yeah. So as the spirit's arms, as all your arms begin piling atop the hand off, he deftly maneuvers his glaive in between and sort of slightly crooks it so he can slip out. And you see, Bogarth, this is very impressive to you. His footwork is immaculate. He immediately takes a very direct stance. That is really getting annoying. I am getting tired of this. But I will see you all again very soon.
No.
Varia, it is your turn.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I totally thought a lot about this. I think that I would like to.
Are you sure you have the music on loop?
Yeah, it's definitely on loop. It's something to do with how it's cued.
Rippling muscles.
But it's not on loop for the whole thing. It's loop 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually think I might have found the problem. Let's keep going. I have found the problem.
Sure,
I digress.
Okay.
Right.
Don't worry.
Was it loop 1?
No. It was just added to the wrong playlist. So
I
I was
am
like, why does this keep playing? Go ahead.
within 5 feet of 2. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna move, but instead. Okay. Remind me. This may be not.
It actually took its attack of opportunity already.
Yes. It is out of reactions.
I can get you.
Word. I'm gonna move.
Word.
Girl, get out.
Word. I would like to move.
Damage, get me closer.
Not in a line with everybody else, and I want to be. Let me move like 10 feet west so that I am still in the middle of the bridge, but just not. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then I will remember something I have in my pack and pull out the Ray of Sickness that Killian gave me scroll and try to read it and cast it on one.
Yeah, you can definitely just do that. What languages do you speak?
I speak
important ones.
Common, Elven, Sylvan, and Goblin.
Okay, great.
Like I
So as you begin reading this off, it's definitely written in what would be readable to you as Common, and you do recognize some words as being Sylvan, but there are other words interspersed in there that are very like you do your best to pronounce to get this to the spell to produce, but you do not recognize what they are. Go ahead. Is it an attack roll or is it a saving throw?
It's an attack roll.
Oh yes, okay, yes. Ray of Sickness. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. I was like,
Yes.
what is this spell?
We
I was
just
like, oh
talked
yeah,
about it in
the
class.
item I gave you. Yeah,
There we go.
Wow.
It is a dirty 20 to hit,
definitely hits number one.
and then
To make a con
is-
save, I believe, right?
Yes, it does need a
DC what?
13.
DC 13. I do believe it succeeds.
Okay.
It does succeed. Oh
It
wait,
does?
hold on, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yes, it definitely succeeds.
Dang it. Okay. But it still takes 9 poison damage,
9, wonderful.
and then it just kind of disintegrates.
Great. On number 1. No. Bummer.
I'll just say, thank you, Gillian.
All right.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
You did hit the guy who was doing that to me.
Perfect. So this piece of paper crumbles in your hand after you read out this Spellvaria, and you suddenly feel a pounding in your chest, a pulsing in your right arm, and your forehead just begins to beat with a pounding headache for a brief moment before you kind of get jostled back. You see the whole landscape of the battlefield around you. Looking, and suddenly something catches your eye. There's some moss growing on the tower where the river sort of is pouring down. You see this moss, and you swear that it begins to fall away, and you see the outline of 2 eyes nestled behind a large skull-like structure before you snap back into reality of what's going on in the battle around you.
Oh, there goes gravity.
That's my
Every
turn.
time. Wonderful. Barry, that's your turn.
Okay.
Oh, our lovely big old boy. Here she come. Gosh, I'm having to flip so many pages. Our lovely, large, massive heir is going to begin.
Is it at least hot? Is it like
Hot, it's
air?
just hot air, yeah. You're asking.
What? Flame at your top?
It begins moving.
Whoa!
Do that?
I don't know for sure.
Wait, so attack of opportunity.
Yeah, you can get your attack
Yeah,
opportunity.
okay. Yeah,
As it begins
Here it
moving
goes.
through your echo. The wind swirls around.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Great. You definitely get the attack of opportunity. Follow-up question. Can your echo make saving throws?
Yeah.
Okay, it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Do I at least get to hit it first?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
I've earned this. That
saving
is
throw? Well, never
what is that? That is 14 points of piercing. And then I need to make a what save?
Strength.
Oh no, it's not good. Oh, it's great. 19.
19. Yep. It holds fast.
Let's go.
Yep. It holds fast, but you can feel sort of this pull on your echo as this these gale force winds are just like brutally battering it as it barely holds on.
I
Shoot.
don't know how to save you if you fall
15,
off.
20.
I can swim now,
25.
remember?
How much is its speed?
I'm sure I'll put
Oh.
that lesson to good use.
It is going to go.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
It's going to go up 10
Mhm.
feet. 5, 10.
Oh.
So that's 40, 45, 50, 55, 60,
gonna-
65,
Oh, it's going
70,
for the thing.
75,
Oh!
85, 90. As it catches the book
No!
within its
What?
Are 3,
I guess
2,
if I can
1.
roll a cool, so can the DM.
Like kept going at some point.
It dashes and drops another 30 feet to catch the
Alright.
book.
Okay, fine. I understand what's happening.
Also,
Get in the
Killian
book.
threw it
It'll
on
then
his
use,
turn,
because it
so-
dashed, its
Yes.
other 30 feet to get back up, or 20 feet to get back up to where it was now, because it's now having to dash, and then go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Yeah, that's right.
35,
Stay back.
40. You get an opportunity to attack Bogart if you would like
I
it.
already used it.
Oh, yeah, because it's through you.
Woof.
2
As it-
characters.
Wait,
Yeah.
cool. I'll just do it.
No,
We only want cool here.
the book is caught up within its mass as it seems to be sort of like holding itself, sucking in its wind that it was letting out before as it continues moving. Wonderful. That's its turn. Comes to Oth.
Mhm.
Don't do it.
Please desist. Spirits. The lovely Oth, the hand, is going to make an attack against you.
Desist this.
Yeah, me. No, you're not.
They're just trying to kill them by themselves. It's kind of tough.
Let's see.
3
that
damage
is-
at a time.
Its first attack is going to be a 11 to hit.
Nope.
Wonderful. Its second attack is going to be a 10 to hit.
Negative Ghost Rider.
You have too many heads. Which one do I stab? He appears to be very
Corporeal, so it's
distracted.
kinda like,
Currently squaring off with the spirits. Wonderful.
The whole.
Yeah.
That is not very nice. You should not say that about my mother.
Spirits!
That's your turn. Nash, it's your turn.
All right. This is simple. Nesh will use his Starlight Step to get in front of the massive spirit of wind.
Yeah.
Put me left.
We have
next
a,
to
we have,
south.
yeah.
Or south. South is
Okay, so you are in the wall of water.
Like, can I get like there?
Great.
Yeah. And Nesh will drop his blade to the ground as he tries to use both of his arms to struggle with the book.
Let's go.
Okay, to do that, you will have to dive into the creature.
Can
That's
I?
so cool.
Question.
Yes,
I can teleport anywhere that is not occupied.
you
This
can
thing-
teleport within it.
I would like to. Nesh will teleport inside of it.
Okay.
Dropping his blade where he last was before he teleported.
Okay,
So behind Killian.
great.
oh, is there a sword
large
sticking
sword?
out of the
A
ground
large great sword,
next
yeah.
to me right now?
Yeah, you just hear hear, and then Nesh is just instantly in front of you trying to grab at the book.
Wonderful. Nesh, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Of course, which I have advantage on.
Great. Yes,
Yes,
'cause you are
sir.
raging.
Yes, sir.
Not that you need it.
19, 21.
Yeah.
Yep, you're good. You're able to sort of hold yourself within these like winds, but it is like full on G-force one way.
No, my head is blowing out. And it's
Yeah, you feel it's the horrible feeling of like your forearms are just getting absolutely just chapped to heck. And you can attempt to wrestle the book. The book needs to be wrestled. Go ahead. You can attempt to grapple it from it. So I need you to make an athletics check.
Athletics check. Oh my god, is this strength based?
It is.
What? Advantage with that? Okay.
Oh my god, that's so
Lucky
weird.
is the only
Okay,
strength-based
it's a 12.
skill.
Oh my goodness, is that a 22?
I cannot read this, but I need it.
You are able to grab onto the book as this creature begins pouring its arms into itself, and you
Stop
see,
hitting yourself.
like trying to grab at the book, but you are able to grab hold of the book.
That's some Mr. Incredibles, like.
Yeah.
Which leaves me with movement.
It does.
Can Nesh run?
Can you touch the ground?
South. Yeah. Can Nesh touch the ground here?
Nesh can't touch the ground. That's how you're able to stay. Like you're standing
Okay,
on the bridge within
okay.
it.
You're like hunkered down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just back up. To. Like in between Bogarth's mirror and the enemy.
10,
You know what I mean? South of the enemy next to Killian.
15, 20.
Conga.
Right here.
Yeah, it's great.
Great. You have the book. You're able to wrench yourself and the book from this creature as it. And you beeline into our lovely little conga line we got going.
All aboard the flank train.
Wonderful. Yes, Nesh, is there anything else you need to do?
Yeah.
That's pretty much everything you got.
Yeah, that's everything.
Great.
Nesh
You return from the gale triumphant. for
Yeah,
now.
just the hair
Yeah.
flowing.
It's not so much flowing. It is
Did it
like
take a frazzle?
Yeah, it's like fully out in every direction.
Oh.
little bit
Wonderful.
of static electricity
Somehow
there.
you're even hotter.
Yeah,
does he
you
make
pull,
it
you look a
work?
little Einstein-y, but that's okay. Nereus, you are up.
I'm gonna approach one.
Everyone's hot.
Yes, our lovely Nuzzle.
Why is everyone hot? This happened last session.
I'm gonna approach one, and I am going to. I'm just gonna attack with my rapier again. Let's see. It's just gonna be a regular old D8. Come on. Nat 20.
Sneak attack, right?
Saved my life.
Let's start Adam one.
Yeah, use some of my.
You got enough dice?
No, listen.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
it's
cursed
like
them.
crummy
Remember how? Do you remember how I rule crits?
Yeah, you had the
Max
max.
dice
Mad
value.
Max.
So you got some good damage.
It's
What's your total
consistency.
Nereus?
So that's gonna be
Did you say Mad Max?
3
Max?
plus
Oh, I
8.
thought you said you Mad Max.
3
And I was
plus.
like, that's actually
So
a sick name.
you have
3. 1, 2, 3. 1,
So I
2,
know what I'm
3.
gonna
so
call it now.
6 plus 8 plus 12 from the sneak attack. So you get because each
Because it also maxes, yeah, that.
So 26.
yeah that is 26 damage. Nereus, describe this effervescent attack.
Where I was standing before, I kind of like dust myself off. I'm like, no, I gotta get my head in the game. Troy Bolton, you know?
Get your head in the
Troy Bolton. And I'm gonna start running, and then I'm gonna slide.
Yo.
And then I'm gonna get back up flawlessly. Beautiful performance. And I'm like,
work.
you're not very scary. And I'm gonna draw my weapon, because I put it away for safety while I was sliding.
Don't run with scissors, kids.
Don't run with scissors, don't slide with swords. I'll whip it back out. And I'm gonna look at Killian. And then I'm gonna look at Bogarth, be like, y'all ready for this? And I'm gonna just slash at him with all the strength in my little blue arm. Yeah, I'm gonna cut him across his. What would you say is the least covered portion of him right now?
Definitely, he's definitely crop topping it right now.
I'm gonna.
He's got a little exposed pudge.
Pull myself up as the
This sort of deft team maneuvering as Killian, you pop up as Bogarth. Is there anything you want to do to assist in this little combo
I'm
attack?
just giddy at the footwork on display.
Yeah.
I'm too stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this little duo move from Killian popping his exposed underbelly as Nereus you slash through. It just you feel the click as you make purchase with the sort of hard shell beneath this sort of goo that's coming up of him, and then you just pull and rip through it. It tears like leather. As then you also see just bits of sinew that look a little too human for your liking.
You just disavow him.
Not that bad, but yes, to a degree.
Okay.
Wonderful. Which one? This is number.
That's one.
That was
This is
fun.
once. This is Nezzle.
drops me so he can like.
No, actually, maybe it's more. It's at first, it's just ripping and tearing, and then you realize you've pulled away his legs completely.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Nezzle,
Dissected him.
Don't
yes.
get rid of his corpse yet. I'm gonna use it in a second.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Killian, you are a mad lad.
What do you
Still holding me.
I'm up in the air.
Yes, as his
Wait.
So, what's happening right now? As Nezzle, there's a moment where he looks down and sees his legs are missing. Nereus, He looks to you and he says,
I will remember your face for next time.
as suddenly the purple sort of goo, basically, that's been circulating throughout him, begins slowly draining from his face and his arms and his body, as you see this sort of shallow husk that looks moderately half-orcish is left behind, with some of the features of the man. The canines shrink, and this goo begins evaporating into this mist that begins pulling itself up into the air and circles over and goes towards Oth as he lifts up his right hand, the gold webbing revealing on his knuckles 4 separate little jewel spots where this black mist lands and forms into a jewel upon his hand. And this man's cracked, crumbling, desiccated body
Never mind, I'm not gonna
lies
use that.
around.
Yeah, I'm less.
I thought it was still a
That's no
giant
good.
gooey beast. I was like, this thing's getting thrown. Like,
Wonderful. Nearest, that's your turn.
Yes. It is.
Nezel is out of combat. You hear also, as he begins to evaporate, Bezel.
No, brother.
Great. Killian, you're up.
Anyway.
I am actually going to
Bless you.
Bless you.
attempt to not die as I dash towards Oth.
Okay.
I will take the attack of opportunity.
From this one, you want to move like here and do it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Actually,
as few as possible. But...
I'm gonna dash all the way to the, like through the other. No, I don't want to go through the other groups. Like, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna dash through
South?
the water.
Okay.
To the east, straight towards
Also, I
Like
think
this way or here?
there. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think 2 technically already used its reaction still. I think
Yes.
it's still the same.
Mhm, it is.
Then
So it's
excellent. I'm still gonna
Sick.
dash. I'm gonna
Um,
dash through.
5, 10,
The
15, 20,
water.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Get in there.
That's function, really.
Then I'm going to throw my fist, but before I do, you guys are gonna hear a tink, and I'll throw it, and it makes a really thunderous noise as I thunderous smite him with the fist.
Let's go.
Traveling at him.
Nice.
Yeah. So action to dash. Do you have the action economy?
Oh no, I don't. Cause I then I won't do that.
Sorry to be a bummer.
No.
You guys still hear. You guys still hear the thunderous smite engage.
Okay.
So-
Prepping. We're prepping.
Thunderous smite. Engage.
Just action, sir. Can you do that? Yeah.
Charging.
Not everybody can actually.
I mean, there's like lightning.
Wonderful.
coming
We
down.
get to Bezel's turn. Bezel thoroughly focuses his attention onto you, Nesh. Sort of sticking the halberd into the goo, produces both hands.
No one.
And you suddenly feel the goo get all over your hair, all over you, as it is
No.
now attempting to grab you.
It's just down now.
You look
Yep.
really cool.
So you need to make an athletics check.
Oh no.
His hair's all out, and now it's gelled out.
Yeah.
Like I
Liberty Spike.
I do not have
We
advantage
were both there.
on athletics because I'm not raging anymore. I didn't take damage or deal damage last turn.
Great.
But was the grapple not an attack action?
Grapple is an attack action.
It is.
But it's the rage is
I didn't
deal
deal
damage
damage,
or take damage.
No, it's attack.
No, I
It's
think
an
you
attack.
can successfully make.
Sorry.
Or you don't.
Yeah,
have
'cause you don't have to
succeed.
hit,
You have to make
yeah.
an attack
Really?
action.
So
Oh, you're
count?
no, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking of a different thing.
I can just handshake.
I got
You're
you.
good. Okay.
You guys-
The 20
good.
or a?
well, okay.
I'll
well,
take the 20 instead of the 1.
yeah, that sounds like a
You
good
sure
idea.
about that?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, Bezel, let's see, how much is that? Yeah, you are able to just wrestle yourself from Bezel's grasp as it just is huffing and puffing at you.
Do you want verbatim?
Yeah, give it to me.
Your rage lasts for 1 minute. It ends early if you are knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature
Great.
since your last turn.
We're good. Yeah,
Or
you're
taking
great.
damage.
You're doing great. Perfect. That's Bezel's turn. Bogarth, you're up.
Oh, snap. I wasn't even paying attention.
Nesh,
I mean,
the
I have
gel
this-
in your hair is coagulated
No way.
into a small face that says,
What the heck?
"This."
It's like,
Yes, it's good. Accept it. Take it.
Let it happen.
Let it happen.
That's really strange. You can't just say let it happen.
What?
The spirits are here to help.
They give me a cool perm.
Okay, I'm gonna.
look
My
really
my
cool
Echo
now.
and I we're kind of like run opposite directions from each other. As Bogarth will make his way north of 2, and I think my Echo has enough movement to get just next to the giant one.
You are right.
Yeah, and we'll just kind of both run, and we'll both make a lunging attack
Nice.
on
Okay.
these, and attack or action
Pincer
and bonus
formation.
action. So this is for
You still have used all of.
action and then bonus action.
I thought that was a feature.
No, so the feature is anytime I like
Take
make an attack.
right. Take the attack. Yes. Sorry, I remember reading this because I was so confused last time.
I whiff so bad. Oh wait, flanking.
Your finger was in.
Oh, that could make a difference.
Oh,
Hold on. Wait, no, these guys have like crazy armor, right?
I'm just gonna say, does it beat an 18?
No.
Nope,
We're moving on.
Yep.
The echo strikes.
Can't win them all.
11.
Nope.
It was cool though. It looked
Yeah.
really cool as we lunged.
As your echo lunges again, the rapier just like flung off, not out of its arms, but it just is like the wind propels it away. Bezel is just unhindered by your stab.
It's fine.
Wonderful. That's it. Yep. Wonderful. Spirits, it is now time for you to shine once again. What are they doing?
An echoing cacophony of wails and screeches will accost our gigantic air creature.
Yeah.
Great.
I need a DC 13 charisma save.
Let's go.
Oh,
There's no way this thing's charismatic.
no,
Yeah.
it's not actually.
Haunted.
Ooh, that's a 2. Wonderful. So, remind me the.
Yeah, so, failed save. Anytime the target creature makes a saving throw before the start of our next turn, the creature must roll 1d6 and subtract that number from the save.
Great. Yes. Spirits, as your wails and and different little messages begin to pound in the air, you all hear this, but it is specifically focused around as you see these the sort of like puffs of air and water sort of make these faces around this creature, just yelling out things at this creature. Please feel free to fill in what those things might be as I'm saying this.
Yeah! Heck yeah!
As it begins,
That's what they say.
as it begins
Heck
looking,
off!
We need more violent spirits.
Very mild.
it begins like sort of like trying to disperse them out of the air, but they just keep reforming. Great, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, spirits. What a lovely turn. Varia, you are up.
Yes.
Heck off.
I am going to.
Remember to fly.
Wait, actually?
It feels around in its mouth for teeth.
It's
Okay.
insecure.
Wait, Tasha's hideous?
I am going to
Tasha's hideous insecurity. I'm sorry.
shake off
We're really good at
the weird sight that I saw on the other side, and just kind of catalog that in the list of other things that I have seen, and
Jot that down for later.
and just close my eyes, and when they open back up, they are black, and I am just gonna toll the dead on the wind.
The big old guy. Okay, go
wind
ahead. It's
creature.
a saving
Get
throw.
away from my friends.
Saving throw. What
Yes,
is
wisdom
the
saving
DC?
throw.
Do you wanna?
Sorry, it's a 14.
Do
Do you want me to do it, or do you want them to do it?
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay,
Go ahead
it's
and
a
roll the
D6,
d6.
right?
Yep.
It's 3.
What's the DC?
14.
It fails.
Let's go.
Is it Miss?
It is missing HP. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Bong.
Bong.
Gong. Gong.
Yo!
That's
It can't really speak, but you definitely see it's very agitated by all the noise that's happening for it right now.
good. That's 11
I'm so
necrotic.
overstimulated.
11 necrotic.
Well, I mean, it
Uh,
is.
wonderful. As you see, these sort of reverberations seem to break up the wind a little bit, more than some other attacks that have been done.
And
Wait, we're
does
breaking
anybody does anybody look hurt at all? How
Not
just
from
taking
this
stock.
battle.
Not from okay.
I'm hurting from last.
Oh,
Nope. So
I mean, I'm definitely hurting, but that's. I don't know if you can see it. So
That's Varia's turn.
he's an
Okay.
alcoholic now.
Well, okay.
no, I mean I've been
Varia,
stabbed.
I will move my 30 feet toward
Group
Killian.
therapy will not fix that.
No.
And am I within 60?
yes.
Okay, then I will
Yeah.
I will take the okay, I will take the necrotic damage that was on the big wind creature and throw it over to Killian and healing word Killian.
Okay.
Nice. Love that flavor.
Yeah.
For how much?
It is, let me tell you,
Probably like.
8.
8.
8 points of healing.
Wonderful.
And that is my
Killian,
turn.
what does that leave you at?
I'm at 20.
Great.
Out of 23 now.
Better. Better.
Perfect.
Yes.
Varia,
That is my turn.
yes. Okay. Now
Officially.
it will do its thing. This creature is unhappy. It's going to move in
Away.
away.
It's gonna go away.
It's gonna go home.
It's going to move into the echo space. Needs to make a saving throw, a strength saving throw.
Oh,
19.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Your echo stands fine.
Fast. Hold true.
10, 15. It moves into various space. Varia, need to make a strength saving throw.
No.
I don't want to though.
You got it.
Pushing real good.
20 right now.
It's a 9.
Ooh.
That,
All right. You take the wind beats down on you. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
15?
And then roll a d6 for me.
Oh no.
That's fine. I'm in the middle of this bridge. Will you hold that number 15?
Or hold on.
Oh, it doesn't got it. Doesn't get it. Unless it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you roll?
I won.
No.
Oh, on the d6. I'm sure it's just like.
Okay. I thought you were gonna fucking.
I'm at
I thought you were gonna go woo, like out of here.
No!
Oh, I was right.
You are, as the wind picks you up, carries you off your feet, and throws you off towards the edge of the bridge. You barely
I'm
barely
bad.
catch yourself on
Yeah.
the edge of the bridge,
I'm gonna
and you
gonna
see
die.
the rushing water down below.
Not a joke.
Yep.
I'm just. All right.
You got
25.
tossed.
I did.
Moves into Nesh's space. Nesh, I would like you to make
15,
a strength saving throw.
Also, attack of opportunity.
Yes, you do.
From my. I mean,
20
now my
times
head
15
won't
is
get
9,
all
right?
blown around.
That is 21 to hit.
For 5 points of piercing.
Okay, great.
Little by little.
That's accurate, right? 15.
Please, just like not 2 ones or anything. 10. 11. Not at 11. 11. It is.
Okay.
Do you want a
With
different
bonus?
die?
What?
Do you want a different?
No, I trust it.
Dice jail. Dice jail.
Great.
1,000 years.
So, Nesh, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. I need you to roll, which, if you're raging, is halved.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So what?
Is that
7?
round up or down?
Round, I believe it's round down.
Down.
Yeah.
7.
Nice.
7.
Yep. So you take then 7 points of bludgeoning damage. I need you to roll a d4 because a d6 did not make sense for that.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Oh, no, I threw it back to you.
It's
Oh,
the,
right,
the
it's the
weird,
weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, come on.
Yeah, it's super fun.
It's easy
All
to
dice are
grab.
welcome here. 3. Okay. Yep. You get the wind picks you up off your feet and you get thrown into Bezel.
Gong.
Bezel takes some damage, right?
Yeah.
I mean, one of us
That's a hunk of
is
a
a lot harder
Yeah,
than the
so
other.
Bessel takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
What way?
It's just, you just hear like, gong.
Yeah.
The sound of metal, but from you.
I have this great
Yeah, it takes-
90-day
it takes some
workout.
Tons of
Yeah,
steel.
You are both prone. You technically stay in your same space because of how this has to work. But it will now attempt to. The wind will now attempt to grapple the book from you.
No.
Come on.
Again?
Gosh, man.
It's a movement, huh?
You can go ahead and roll, but you just have to beat a 5. So, really.
It's athletics, right? So
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
baby.
advantage.
Fail.
The 20.
Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is just not able to grab it from you, even though you're on the ground. Like,
Can somebody tell me what this book is?
Nash has no idea why.
I will risk life and limb, but I don't know what I'm doing it for.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So now we get to Off's turn.
important, but why?
Off, sort of squaring off with the spirits. Now that their attention is distracted with the big giant air creature, turns its focus to you, Killian. Can I have this?
No.
Oh, right.
No, not at all.
Absolutely.
I'm like,
You gave it to
Oh,
me.
no. No.
Put that away.
No.
Hey,
You don't need that. What is this?
hey, guy, don't do that, please.
Why is it so big? Why you need it?
Because it's got all the things.
Yeah, what are you compensating?
gotta make sure that this
Hey,
counts
what's
because
that
got a lot
about?
of dice I'm rolling on the next turn. so.
Okay.
Is that like Bogart's friendship aura? Or like how big it is?
The good vibe.
Okay.
I said he have an
So it's get this sort of cube here. Oth turns to Killian, puts the glaive into his right hand, holds up his other, makes direct eye contact with you, and says, "Now, it is time for you to take a guest."
Take a guess.
Arrest.
Arrest.
He
Oh.
casts
Oh,
sleep
accent.
Oh.
for 26 points.
Oh.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Good night, sweet prince.
So,
But
Killian,
does
you
that
are.
include the spirits?
No, I specifically positioned it so it doesn't. You
Well.
fall asleep.
Woof.
So you're
5,
totally immune to sleep.
10,
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh.
15.
Air spirits, they don't sleep.
Oth doesn't know that.
Cry is inhuman.
Oth will then maneuver himself around the mob of spirits, and then grab Killian by the back of his coat,
Ooh.
pick him up very easily.
Mary, why'd you have to say it like that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I
First of
mean,
all,
barring my fist, I'm
like-
like 100 pounds. So
It's
fist, I'm like,
God.
Spider-Man.
20.
He's just a kid.
Spirits get an attack of
Jeez.
opportunity.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
We'll
do.
take it.
Yeah,
We'll
they
take
do.
it.
Yes.
Still gooped?
so
Still good.
Yes, it
grapple
is.
is he's
Yeah.
grappling me technically,
Yeah,
right?
technically.
That is an attack action, right?
We did determine it was.
Yeah, it is.
So I do wake up, right?
I mean, he's not conscious, so we don't get.
I
blanking.
believe it's when you.
It's wait. I'm sorry. Say
Like
it again?
he'll
He's
have
not
grappled me and
conscious-
be able to hold
conscious,
me still, but
so we don't get flanking. But
Yeah, no.
9.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Starting,
do something.
blah, 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 blah. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake.
Yeah, so damage.
damn.
Okay.
Mitch.
Oh, he
Would you
pinches
roll?
you a little bit too hard.
I am going to sort of roll over from where I fell and see that it doesn't hit, and use my reaction to expend one charge and let them reroll.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Very,
Yahtzee.
yeah. You feel the orb of the spirit collar. Yep.
15.
15. That I believe that actually does hit.
Oh.
Please. Please.
Blah, 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 wrong page. Nope, that actually doesn't.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I was one short.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Once again, the spirit's lashing out, desperately clawing. He's able to swiftly maneuver. So that's 20,
He definitely
25,
And
30.
muscles were right.
As you
Certainly
all
maneuver.
see Oth proudly march towards the edge of the bridge with Killian in his left hand.
No, don't do it. No.
Hey, buddy, let's talk about this.
Wait.
Whoa, wait.
Nesh, it's your turn.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, he can get there. Easy. He's prone. He's
I,
On the other side of the bridge.
Nesh gets up.
Yep.
A good start. Good start.
All right.
Good answer.
Good answer.
You stand up. You see through the rushing wind. You see Varia precariously balancing on the edge of the bridge. Oth beginning to hold
Don't make me choose
Killian.
favorite. No.
Killian aloft.
I look not worried
Okay.
for what it's worth.
She's hanging on, like she's sort of just like bent over, like almost like she's like was dropping chunks over the side of the bridge.
Okay. We'll deal with that later.
I just look like it. I'm not actually.
Nesh will go over to his sword and pick it up.
Yep.
Pretty please.
Here.
Oh, come on.
You're still within the sphere of influence.
You're
When you-
welcome.
Oh,
A benevolent
okay.
god.
You can be here. You don't take an attack of opportunity. You do pick up your sword.
Okay. Can I give the book to Nereus?
Sure, you can toss it to Nereus.
Okay.
Nereus, can you catch it?
Do I have to roll for
Can't.
No, I'm just
Can you? Yeah, Nereus is like,
I can catch it.
are you all right? Hey.
Well,
The one with the metal arm that killed a wife and a child is about to get thrown off a bridge,
I'm aware.
and I will die for him.
I may have killed the wife and child, but I did not set Alice's house on fire.
yeah.
Also, for the record, we didn't kill the wife.
No, we didn't.
It wasn't us.
Yes, but he
Lies. Anyways.
Keep going, Nesh.
And then Nesh will try to
What are you trying to
run as
say?
far as he can to Killian.
Okay.
Use the rest of his movement.
Yeah. This is gonna. Okay. So you will take an attack of opportunity there.
Easily. No problem.
Wow, this thing is just not really rolling very well.
Good. After spirit.
That's
Boss guys.
that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just check.
You are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, halved because you're raging.
Yes.
And you can move
This is not
So-
gonna be the case very soon.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do you want to dash?
If I can, then I will.
What is your base movement speed actually? 'Cause you're-
30 feet.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's how far you can get with 30.
All right. Can I dash?
Yeah, you can take the dash action. I'm asking you if you want to.
Yes. Absolutely.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Ooh, not quite.
You are bounding over towards
Almost.
Killian.
The sword just dragging
Yeah.
along on the cobbles as you can hear like
Yeah, maybe it would have moved faster if you dropped the sword. Who knows?
ah.
You reach out your hand. You know?
It's good for weight exercise.
Perfect. Nesh, that's your turn. Nearest, you are up. You currently hold the book.
Cool. I catch the book flawlessly.
Wow. Nice. It was an easy toss. Okay.
Catch it. I'm gonna. Okay, so yeah, I'll stay back here with Bogarth, and I'm going to walk. Let me travel south a couple of squares, cause 2 is still up, but he's just prone, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him with my rapier.
Go ahead.
Do I get sneak attack on that or not? so
Yes, you
much?
do. And you also have advantage because he's prone.
Let's go.
Boom. Okay, boom, boom, stealing. Okay.
Oh no, rogue things. Stealing this?
Crazy. My teeth.
Well,
That's
The cool one. The cool one.
that went into the under.
Bezel's eyes look up at you near and says like,
Oh, it's like.
you're going to hit me. Come on.
18, 19 to hit.
19, that does hit.
Okay. And that was way over 19 to hit. And that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of piercing damage to him.
Wonderful. Perfect. We get to, there we go. Perfect. you're stabbing down. How you want to stab down at him?
Ooh, is he like wriggling on the ground a little
Yeah,
bit?
he's wriggling for sure.
I'm gonna put my foot on one of his arms so he stops wriggling so much. And I'm just gonna stare down at him and draw my sword again. Again, we're gonna just slash. We're slashing. We're slashing. Call me an 80s movie slasher because I'm slashing this guy.
Yo.
Yes.
I'm
You make
slashing.
Does he scream?
Nice.
as you slash like right through some of the meat of his shoulder. Great. Nearest, that's your turn.
Bet.
Killian, unfortunately, you are unconscious.
Snoozing.
Oh, what do you dream about?
Yeah, what do you...
Yeah. Let's take a break from all this.
Yeah.
Switch the music, Ryan.
What are you dreaming about?
What's up?
I'm just like back at my forge, just hammering away at something. Like, this is kind of nice as each step is the hammer.
Oh my god. It gets closer.
Wait.
Yeah, just like a nice, beautiful day outside. You smell the salty air of the city of progress.
Oh, Killian!
Everything
my favorite
feels great.
worker.
As you're-
You're the boss. Yeah. Oh, hey, you're doing great.
as you feel someone firmly give you a nice, healthy pat on the back.
Oh man.
Okay.
And we're back. Okay. So our lovely Bezel is going to stand up, and is going to attempt.
All be lovely.
Our unlovely, our
Nasty.
not handsome, our nasty boy Bezel is going to attempt to flip its arms around and grab Nereus.
No, he won't.
Like backwards. That is it's going to attempt to grapple you, Nereus. So it's a contested athletics, or because you're defending, you can do acrobatics. So yeah.
I'm into acrobatics.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Yeah.
Oh, do a flip. Do trick them.
Oh, that's a 6.
Yeah, that is definitely a 13. So
Good. I'm just a little guy.
you are now grappled.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, it's not going to. Instead
Oh,
of grappling
that's
you,
fine. I see.
it's going to wrestle the book from you.
Yes, indeed.
I could have waited 5 seconds, but
I
always
Sorry.
So Bezel now takes the book from you.
I try and whack him, but I miss.
It gets you covered in goop.
Oh, you're not welcome.
Wonderful. Then it is going to move 5.
Ooh, attacks of opportunity.
I definitely
Well,
already used
that'll
mine.
trigger
10,
Nereus.
The Nereus.
Yeah, Nereus, you get an attack of opportunity against him as he walks away from you, holding the book.
Oh, this is for
Come.
If it's an attack
Dippity
action,
stabbity.
can it be to try to grapple the book back?
Yeah, can I?
Is that legal?
No, that's not opportunity attack.
Yeah.
I got
Not an attack action, opportunity attack.
Now, if you had Sentinel,
Then
You attack the book and you
the
skew.
roll-
Okay, enough.
Am I rolling with advantage here?
DM says
No.
presumptuous.
14, 16.
16. That does not hit, unfortunately. Once again it hits the sort of hard shell beneath the goo, bounces off. As Bezel begins trudging away, battered and bruised, but trophy in hand. Wonderful. That is going to be its turn. Bogart, you're up.
Oh, snap. Bogarth will see Varia teetering on the edge, and even though I know that she said that she was probably fine, Bogarth doesn't see that, because there's, well, I guess I'd probably see through the air. Through the big air thing.
Yes. Yes.
Is Wall of
Either
Water
way.
still up?
Yes.
Yes.
Either way. No, Varia! And I will send
We won't
my,
worry about it right now.
Oh,
I'll
did you
send
pick
my, my Echo.
you haven't taken damage yet.
I don't want to take an attack of opportunity here. How far?
What you doing, Bogart?
If I go up and over the number 2, would I have enough movement to sort of like go over and not trigger an attack of opportunity and still?
What
kind
do
of
you
get to
mean
the
by
area?
over?
I can move the Echo in any direction.
Straight up.
Okay, so you want to move it like, so you'd have to, okay, so you'd have to move it like 15 feet up to be able to move it. So, but if we're doing diagonals, this is, you could get
that
just to
group,
the
yeah.
other side, I believe.
Without triggering an
Yeah,
attack
yeah,
of
yes.
Then I will do that. I will have my Echo do like a little Spirit leap.
Yeah.
And then I will
Graceful.
use
Excellent. footwork.
I will use 15 feet of my own movement and my bonus action to swap places.
Okay.
And then Bogarth will run over to Varia and use the help action to get her up and
Perfect.
just make sure that she's not falling. Just, are you okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Oh, you can swim.
Business.
I'm mad.
Okay, great. That's my turn.
Great. Wonderful, Bogart. Spirits, it is your time to shine. What are the spirits doing?
We're gonna float on over to number 1, holding our boy. We're gonna give him the smick smacking of a lifetime.
All right, awesome. Smick
Grab a
smack him.
plank, oh wait, but unconscious. never
It's he's mad outy.
mind. Yeah.
Mad Audi.
No.
Need it again? I could. Oh wait.
How many charges you got?
7.
I think that was it, right? You said the
7
last
to hit.
charge.
Well, but it would have.
7.
It would have been an attack of opportunity. I haven't had a turn since then.
What would have been an attack?
Yeah, Varia doesn't have a reaction.
I don't have a reaction
Yeah.
to give. So
Yep.
you reroll it again.
yeah.
So unfortunately, spirits 7 does not hit.
Can we slap Killian instead?
You already declared your target. So, spirits, your hands reach forward, reaching out at Killian at Oth, but he deftly just maneuvers away as he is very intent on the edge here. Varia, it is your last chance.
Oh no. Okay, so currently, how far away am I?
From
From
10,
both of
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet away from Killian, 45 from Oth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can rule that we slipped on our own ectoplasm.
Something
Ectoplasm.
The spirit mob, which is rather like round, sprouts 2 little legs and whoa! Yeah, I thought about it, but anyways.
Okay, so I am going to give the slightest glance to Bogarth. Thank you for your help.
Of course.
And
Anything for my best friend.
I will use all 30 feet of my movement to get as close as possible.
10, 15.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm going to end up there, but the flavor is much better if I just cross my arms and fall backwards and just appear 30 feet farther. It looks like I'm falling off the bridge, but I just...
We can talk about this.
Bogart doesn't see Varia over there. He's like over there. He's like, oh!
All right, Varia, as you sort of fall back, you feel as you begin falling and you begin sort of this familiar sensation of disappearing and reappearing. There's a brief moment where you, in this sort of in-between moment, where you feel a hot breath on the back of your neck, and you see out of the corner of your eye
You got it, Joe.
pearly white teeth and marrowed bone before your
Okay. I will.
Anyway.
Compartmentalizing.
Yeah. Have a bucket for later.
putting that in the trauma book. Put that back on the shelf. All right.
Oh, is that what we're fighting for? Now you know, Ned.
That's Erludin's book.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
Anyways,
Anyway, okay, I will use I have 30 feet of movement, so I will walk around. I want to try to get in the way of Killian going over the side. So if I could walk, yeah, and be just on the edge.
like here.
Yes.
That is so scary.
That's
No, I'll be one closer to one west.
That's better.
Not haunted anymore.
Okay.
Oh, is it not?
Oh, right. One whole round.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for my movement, and I will turn to Oth, and with my eyes are still black. I'm mad, and I will try to say, "Drop my friend now," and cast command.
Okay. What kind of saving throw is that?
It is. Oops, that's not
Wisdom
the
save,
one.
right?
I think it's a. No, it's a wisdom save.
They got to know that they're being commanded.
Yeah.
Right.
And I am trying to say drop.
Drop it.
Drop it. Drop it. What's in your mouth?
Wonderful. You see for a moment his complexion falters as he begins to sort of begin to release his hand before it firmly grasps down.
Choice of words.
And he says to you, Varia, as his big toothy grin stretches across his face. And now you see his eyes glaze over in this sort of gray as he says to you, with pleasure.
No. Oh no.
It's all right.
Killian's ready. Wonderful.
an
We
idea.
get to at this moment we would get to the big Air Boys moment,
So mad.
but I'm going to sort of rearrange this
I really
really quickly as Oth begins to dangle Killian over the edge, and he says, "Now, all of you stop. Before we move on here, I think we can reopen negotiations. Let me retain my book. Let Bezel return to me, and I will return your friend to you. That is all I ask, as the waters below can be rather unforgiving." Does anyone wish to respond to
I still think Maria jumped off the bridge, so I'm probably out of this one.
Punk.
You heard me talking.
Well, I don't. It's
You heard me
it's
talking
real
again.
windy out here.
I'm just saying.
Varia and Nesh, you two are the closest to this.
Oh, I'm not even there yet.
I have no idea what that book is. I don't know what's going on. But I know if I separate your head from your body, you will stop.
Oh!
That is all I know. And he clenches his sword tighter.
So negotiations are going well.
I'm just gonna look back at Nereus.
We do have somebody who can save him if he falls in the water. Just saying.
If I survive when I hit the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, how far up are we? What's
It's
uh,
high. It's high.
I was told far.
It's far enough, I didn't want to do the math.
You know, you should give him a pay raise, actually.
It's gonna be a lot of deep fixes.
Nereus.
Well,
Nereus.
Forgot about
I brought the
that's
books.
I
the
think we
only.
should give it to him.
Oh, I don't have it. The
Go,
guy
go.
took it from me.
Oh yeah.
Then you have it.
You have it.
Well, let Bezel return to me, and do not interrupt me any further.
Are we not?
And
Yeah, 2 has it.
it's going to go
Or no,
5.
No, 2 has it.
Yeah.
10. I'll make a strength saving throw.
Yee!
Yep. He goes over here,
Come
but
on.
number 2 is going to take the book from Bezel.
Wait, what?
Number
What's
one is gonna
what
take the
is
book
number
from
2?
Bezel.
Yeah.
It
You
is
just said it.
the big, was previously the flower guard, got corrupted, oozing.
Well, yeah, you said
You're holding
number
number
2.
1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Number 1 took it from number 2?
number 1 is going to take it from number
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Thank
The air creature is going to take it from
Yeah.
Bezel.
Yeah. Loud and clear.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 35, 90.
Man.
We stop him with our fists.
Wonderful. And as that is the end of that turn, Oth just looks at those of you remaining and says, make your choice. And with that, Nesh, it's your turn.
No pressure.
You gotta commit.
Bro, kick his ass.
Nesh will
We have so much time before his turn again. You guys.
rage
can pummel
yet
him.
again. He will re-enter rage.
'Kay.
And you can see kind of the light kind of die in his eyes as his eyelids droop halfway, and he grabs his blade and he just stomps heavily with it dragging behind him. Put me next to, yeah. Nesh will recklessly attack.
Okay.
Oh, please.
All right.
Please, mercy.
All right.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, that is a 24.
Oh,
With advantage, natural 20.
Let's go ahead and roll to your damage.
Yeah, okay. Let me do the calculations real fast. I have to run through the
According to my
calculations.
calculations.
Of course. Okay. It's 3d6 plus 4.
The limit does not exist.
7.
A nerd
Okay.
movie.
11. And then what's the crit addition?
It would be the max roll of the dice
So 18
added to it.
plus 11, 29.
Yep.
29. Great.
What a good hit to crit on.
Cut his head off.
So as your blade slices through him, there is significant resistance as something almost repels your blade as you begin slicing through his body. He gives out not a wail, but a sort of gasp that turns into a cackle. I see you've made your choice. As he held his action,
Real quick, right?
Yep.
Shaking awake.
Before I die.
I'm falling. Would that be enough to wake me up?
yes,
Inception.
it is enough to wake you up. However, at this point,
Benevolent God.
you you are in. How fast do we think you reach terminal velocity?
Math.
Well, if you do the calculation.
Yeah. So you have fallen in this moment. You've fallen about 45 feet by the time you wake up. It's not. I'm not doing it all in an instant. It's like every round you'll fall a bit further because this is a very long way down. But you all see.
It's far.
Yes, the gloved hand releases Killian and he falls and does not reappear as Varia did. Killian, after a
wanna pull
moment
their magic
of
trick.
you feel in your dream.
They're looking over the side.
Yeah. Killian, as you feel the hand on your back release from your compatriot at the forge, suddenly the forge blows up into your face. The hot air, though, is cold and wet as suddenly your eyelids open and you see above you a bridge slowly getting smaller.
Probably see my face.
It's
Yeah.
probably getting small pretty fast.
Nesh, I believe that was your action and your bonus action and most of your movement.
No,
Near-
don't move far. It's there.
Can I move more?
Yeah, where do you want to move to?
I jump off the bridge.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
Oh my God.
You didn't need
Oh,
to
you
do
do have-
that.
You didn't
Now we have to
You
think two
can-
of you.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
It's good.
You're roughly in line with Killian, because this happens in the same basically turn.
Wait.
Wonderful.
Wait. I might
Uh,
know what you're trying.
Perfect. That's
You did it earlier.
pretty much everything you get to do.
I don't think
Nearest,
it's gonna
you're
work
up.
how you think it's gonna work.
I'm
As
regret-
now, as you see Killian go, and then Nesh just in a blind
The stakes
Rage.
are high.
jump off the bridge.
No, you can't swim! And I'm
Idiots.
regretting casting Wall of Water so early. And
Yeah.
if I
I'm regretting actions.
jump the
there.
gun there, that's okay.
Resource management. Gotta love it.
Not great. Let me travel towards
you have a
2.
I'm calculating.
I'm
say that
so
as
far
you're
away from
falling.
everything. I'll just. I can't do
Okay, go
anything
for it.
about what's happening
I can
over
get
on the
that.
other end of the bridge. I'm just
Okay.
gonna start whacking
I'm
at.
gonna say both of us.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. You have advantage because he's prone.
All right.
You also get sneak attack because he's prone.
Beautiful.
All right. I hope
Okay,
that works
thank
for
God I
you.
have. Okay. It does a 13 hit.
It doesn't, unfortunately. As once again, you meet that hard carapace underneath.
Stop doing that, man. Okay. How much movement did I use to get over to him?
I used about 20 feet of movement.
20 feet. I have 30. Let me move 2 more squares just to be closer.
Squeeze.
Perfect.
Okay, that's it.
Killian, you are falling.
All right. Can I tell if I'm even like halfway, kind of down, like
To the water?
Yeah.
You figure you probably have. I'm going to use a little bit of game terminology here. You probably have another 3 or 4 rounds before you hit the water. It's a long drop.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to pull my rope out
Hmm.
Nice.
and tie it around my hand.
Yeah, you do see Nesh is like diving for you as well.
And so I have
regret-filled eyes.
110 feet of rope.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna tie it around my hand. Would that be an action to do so?
Nope, that's an object interaction.
Free action. Let's go.
I might sometimes be cruel, but I am a benevolent god. Keep going.
And then I'm gonna pull the rest of it out so that it's slacked,
Mhm.
and then wind up catapult.
Yeah.
Throw my fist.
Okay. Yeah. Which you can throw.
It goes with catapult.
It can go up to.
It's a straight line 90 feet before it would start falling.
Okay.
That's so high.
Does it have to go 90 feet, or can you control the distance?
It has to go straight line and 90 feet.
Okay. So, Varia, you begin to look down when suddenly a metal hand shoots up with rope.
Whoa.
And I'm obviously holding.
Yeah,
Right,
the rope.
right.
Yeah. I figured that was your intention, not just to be like, okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Killian, as you're feeling your grip on this rope as tension is put on, you'll notice another couple of spectral hands hold on and say, "We've got you." Everyone, +1 to your athletics.
That's so clutch.
For you. Wonderful.
Oh, hey, clutch. I didn't even mean to do that.
We get to Bezel's turn. He's going to have something to stand up. 5, 10, 15. Nearest, you can make an attack of opportunity if you wish, but Bezel's going to ignore you.
I'm
And
gonna
just
make
begin
an
marching
attack
back
of
towards-
opportunity. Why the 4? Why the 4? No, it doesn't hit.
Yep, just completely ignored. Bogarth, you are up.
So Bogarth would have been looking over the edge of the bridge because he thought very
Oh!
but I see. I'm looking way over and I see all this happening.
Yeah.
Very
The two of them going.
Yeah. Whoa! Wait, I'm sorry. I think I missed the very end of this. Does it look like Killian's gonna make it back?
Killian's metal hand is currently in the air above
Like
the bridge with a
45
rope
feet,
tied to it.
yeah.
What do I do? What does a bugbear meant
do you
to do
do?
in
Grab
this
it.
situation?
What do you do?
What do you do, Bogarth?
I am going
Your
to.
friends are overboard.
Overbridge.
Where would you say
Overbridge,
the hand is?
Well, it's 45 feet above the bridge, but it is like right above Killian's figure.
Okay. I'm gonna move my echo as far towards Killian as it can.
Okay.
Because it can go 30.
30, the wall of water is technically still in the way.
That's
Sorry about that.
fine. I will
Kill the water.
I will use my bonus action and 15 feet of movement to swap with
Okay.
it. And then Bogarth will. You'll see my echo run into the wall of water.
And
And I'm gonna move the rest of my 15 towards that space.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Okay.
Now my question is, I know that I'm using my action here to dash.
Mhm.
Would I be able to just kind of position myself as if I'm trying to catch the rope, or would I even just be able to catch the rope from there?
If you go here, you can catch the rope.
I would like to catch the rope.
Well, actually, I think it's more fun if you have to roll for it.
Do you have an
Yeah, you could do an athletics check for me. to
Which we
try
have
to
a
grab.
+1.
Yeah, brings it up to 0. Oh no, 2.
It's not a 1.
You like yeah, you like sort of, it's just difficult because the rope is like moving and it's just very wild. I believe that's everything you got, Bogart.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's my turn.
Spirits, it is your turn.
We are attacking the big one.
The big one? Okay, you are within range.
I think so.
Yeah, the one with
And
the
we
book?
don't get our bonus damage, but yeah, it does have the book.
It has the
right?
book.
Yeah.
Loot his corpse. Take the book.
That is a 14 to hit.
A 14, I think, just barely doesn't hit. But Varia does have her reaction back.
I do, and I would like to use it if
Even
the
generous?
14 doesn't hit.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll
14
again.
doesn't hit. Dirty 20
Yeah.
Yep, that hits.
for 3 force damage.
Let's go.
It's not 0. As we're gonna
Yeah. Time. Below,
That was amazing.
the spirit, the gust coming from this collective mouth as all these faces piled together on the spirit mob blows this sort of ectoplasmy goop that just burns and takes away some of the air somehow, letting some just loose, like the atmosphere kind of like bubbles and pops as it begins to escape.
Nice.
Wonderful. Spirits, that's your turn. Varia, you are up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it goes fast when 2 people are falling.
Yeah, it sure does.
at least he's awake again.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay, well, I have seen,
Crazy things happen.
I saw the arm come shooting up with the rope on it, and I have seen Nesh do other things that get him out of a bind in a situation like this, so there's nothing I can do to help them, so I am gonna move.
You're like, they're lost.
I'm gonna turn, first, I'm going to move away from the edge so that hopefully I cannot be pushed off. I'll just move, just 1 square to the south, please. And then,
I was like, south? I was like, you're going off the bridge?
no,
No, please.
go ahead.
We can talk about this.
And I will continue staring at Oth and just sort of channel whatever I saw growing in the moss, the sort of skull, like just maybe a little bit real, maybe a little bit fake, sort of the skin sinks into the bones a little and just toll the dead again.
Yeah. What?
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Wisdom.
I need to bank that dice, man. That is not doing hot for me.
Dice jam.
Yep.
10,000
No,
years.
keep using it.
That is going to be a 7, so he fails.
Yes, and he is missing damage. Right?
He does. He doesn't missing hit points.
That is a solid 4 necrotic damage.
Wonderful. As
Solid 4.
Oh yeah.
As you see just a very faint trickle of red from one of his ears, Oth just begins to chuckle. You are doing so well.
Oh.
I feel like we're not doing well, actually.
Anything else you want to do, Varia?
No, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
We're just
Wonderful.
Killian passes you. You're like, wait.
It's going to move here.
Oh no!
The spirits aren't affected by it because they're basically immune to it because they're incorporeal. It's going to move into his space.
Kill him.
And he lifts up into the wind.
No.
He's ascending.
We didn't even,
Takes a hold of the book.
we didn't even get gold.
And says, "Now, you have all been very lovely. Good luck
No.
playing catch." And because he's within the big guy's thing, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And it
you get a tank of opportunity.
You all may make so Bogarth, Varia, and the spirit mob may all make an attack of opportunity. Well, Varia can't because
Very
he's reaction.
reaction, but
Bogarth
well.
and Spirit Mob, you can make an attack of
Screw
opportunity
it. I don't
against.
know.
So
The
how
air
far
creature.
up is he going?
15 feet.
Because I have a fist about 45 feet.
He
Not having things
is.
to be worrying about.
We
We
know
are
where it is,
but I could grab
The
him.
missile knows
It
where
is-
it isn't.
It is arcing. It is arcing back towards the
Oh,
this
okay.
part of the gate. Unfortunately.
How's that gyro? How's the rocket?
Yeah.
booster?
Do you have like the what is it called? RDF, like propulsion?
Yet.
Soon. 17. That does hit.
22.
That does hit. Go ahead. What's our damage?
9 force damage.
9 for. Heck yeah.
7
This
piercing.
biscuit sentinel? Come on.
All right, fine. Next level.
All right.
I wrote the handbook. I can change
Yes,
it.
honey.
Bogart and spirits, you wail at or wail. You wail and wail on the this air creature as it lifts into a ball that holds off.
And it dies.
And he waves as even though some atmosphere escapes, he is able to pull himself up and away towards the keep there. And with that, friends, and our lovely friends
far away
still falling, we're going to take a brief 15 intermission.
Oh my god.
And come back.
The literal
to-
suspense.
Yes, to come back to our lovely little suspenseful scene. Thank you, friends. I hope you have enjoyed meeting our lovely hand.
No.
We can still get him.
Phantoms, welcome back to Spirits of the Game. Thank you for sticking with us through that break. I want to remind us where we all are as we come back here. We all just met the lovely, lovely Hand of the Queen named Oth. Very, very kind man, very gentle face, very, very pretty, adorned with many things. And he wanted a very simple thing from the party. He just wanted the Duke's notes that they procured from Two Nights Rest. However, they didn't want to give that up willingly. And so a battle ensued, which has left 2 of our party members hanging in suspense as they are currently over the bridge and falling to their demise. So we pick back up there.
I can do that for the rest of the time if you want, but
No.
Parentheses, etc.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Wonderful. But this is a great point to hit the point of Nesh. It is actually your turn.
What is the distance I am down from the bridge?
You are currently 45 feet down from the bridge, about to be 90.
All right, how tall is everybody? Bogarth, how far can you reach your hands?
Not
10 feet, right?
This many.
Really?
Sort of. When I attack, I have a reach of 10 feet on my turn.
I'll give it to you.
I'll do that. Like I don't know. Like how. You're pretty far, man.
But you have 5 feet of reach.
I get 5 feet of reach too?
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay,
so that
cool.
means 30 feet teleport up. That
Okay.
means 10 feet of reach.
Yeah.
5 feet of reach.
Yo.
The tips of your fingers, if you want to roll for it, I'll let you do it.
Do I have to roll?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Okay.
So, what exactly are you doing here, Nesh?
Bending the rules? Do I have to roll?
Nesh will use his starlight step to teleport up 30 feet.
Okay, Killian is right alongside you. Can you describe to me how the Starlight Step happens?
So I think Nesh, he dropped his sword on the bridge once he jumped. With both arms, he tries to grab Killian and use his Starlight Step to bring Killian with him. And Killian, you will see like the Nesh's eyes start to shift like they did before, and the galaxies start to brighten. And you can see the stars are winking in and out more and more aggressively. And yeah, Nesh will try to pull Killian with him.
Unfortunately, that is not within the bounds of the spell.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Killian, effectively what happens is you get a hand on your shoulder and then
Yeah. Yeah. Nesh will say, "It is fine. I will take you with me." This has never happened.
Wonderful. Bogart, there is a split second where something within you.
Well, actually, I was reaching for the rope.
Oh,
I missed, and my arms just dangling,
Wow.
waiting to
He
be grabbed.
cares.
you also feel a certain presence resonate from your sigils and guide your hands downward as suddenly
Wait, they
The
can't
tips-
see it.
the tips of your fingers touch with some very chapped hands of Nesh. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Bogart,
Exactly.
I'll just,
Benevolent God.
I'll just wait here.
Here's your main stat for funsies.
14.
You are able, as your hands reach out,
You gotta
Nesh,
be-
you reach up. You feel the tips of your fingers on Bogart's right hand, and they slip through.
No!
On your left hand, you feel you get just enough of the middle to re-grab, and you have Nesh
Yes!
dangling there.
good.
But it is very taxing. Nesh is rather heavy, so you're gonna have to hold on when we get there.
I did a water cut, but it wasn't enough.
I don't know what that is, but you're very heavy.
Wonderful. Nesh, just due to the strenuous situation, that's pretty much gonna take your whole turn.
All right.
Just grab onto his hands. Nereus, you're up.
Great.
Wait, so 2 is left here?
Oh,
Just
Yeah,
another
what's
like,
his name?
where are we going?
Bezel.
He would have taken damage from being thrown, right? By
Yeah.
the spirit.
He did. Um,
By the arrow.
Not
Yeah,
the spirit,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
arrow.
The wind.
the wind, the wind.
It's windy.
Wimdy.
As you all are sort of like scrambling, and you see this sort of ball of wind land lightly on the top of this parapet at the top of the gate here. You see the glint of the gold jewelry that adorns Oth's hand raise up as
He raises up.
as Bezel turns to you, Nereus.
Don't worry, friend. We'll remember you for next time.
As once again the sort of purple liquid begins evaporating and disappearing in this cloud that goes up to the top of the parapet there. Wonderful. Nereus, you're up.
Okay, so number 2 is out of the way. He's not there anymore.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna travel 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. That's all my movement right behind Varia. Oh, that's not. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want to be here?
No, yeah, sorry, that was the right score.
Okay,
I
very-
just thought I did the math wrong for a second.
You technically do have like a little bit more movement.
Do I?
You have
Can I?
5 feet of movement.
But not enough to do what I wanted to do. That's okay. I just wanted to reinforce Bogart's grip, but I can't. I don't know if there's anything I can do. Would I be able to? Let me make sure I have rope. Explorer pack has rope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
50 feet of hempen rope.
Wait, how far did you go?
25 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Have you dashed? To get-
Oh, you have,
The
don't you
dash
have
is
cutting
a
action at this
bonus
point?
action.
I do.
Freebie.
I'm gonna use kind of action to dash.
Go fast.
Yeah, where do you want to end up? Because you can.
Let me do right behind Bogart.
What are you, the rogue?
Go crazy. So that was my bonus action. Oh, I want to take the rope out of my explorer's pack.
Yep, that's a free object interaction.
Okay, does wrapping it around Bogart count as the free object interaction?
I
Or
would,
is that too much?
I would say that'd be your action to do that.
Okay.
Could help.
You still have your action.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, no, I'll do that.
Great. Yeah, Bogarth, you feel a nice good cinching.
Right.
As you
So
you have yeah, you have to tie it tighter as Bogarth begins to cat and stretch.
You like
Oh, God. What the
Wonderful.
Wait, you did what?
Killian,
What'd you do?
Ironic, 'cause
Reinforcement. I'm
we're
gonna
out
pull
of
Bogart back.
Unrealistic.
For-
It is your turn. As you are now, your hand basically is now at the moment of being able to make contact with the bridge. I need you to make an athletics check to try to grab on.
Do you
Plus
have an
one.
inspiration? Oh yeah, plus
Oh
one.
yeah.
plus one.
Okay, that's 17.
Yep, you are able to, ka-chunk, and you all see the hand like grips viciously
So,
into the stone. There's a little bit of
Actually, can I do something
yeah,
different?
absolutely.
Is it like right next to Bogarth and
Yeah.
Nereus?
In Bogarth.
Yeah.
It's like between his arms.
So because I'm able to, with my returning weapon, pull back the same distance that I could throw it for free.
Oh.
So as I was falling, could I instead actually pull myself and it up by 30 feet?
Yes.
Dude,
You'll hear
slow.
So I don't think I understand. Can you re-articulate that for me as effectively what's happening?
So because I can throw up to 60 feet, right? And I'm assuming if I was to pull my weapon back, it's a magnet on both sides. Could I pull
Close.
myself so it closes the gap a
Yeah,
little bit?
so you're now like, as opposed to being 90, you're like 30-ish feet.
Well, I mean, like.
So I would be at 60 feet.
60
and
feet.
It would be right at the bridge.
Yes. Okay, you're 60 feet up.
So, because that puts me right in range to do catapult on an object, because it doesn't have to be in my hand. It can be up to 60 feet away.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I am okay. Keep going.
So, as the hand gets there, I'm going to use magic this time to catapult my hand across the bridge so that it pulls me up 60 feet.
What?
Physics.
That is just cool. Yep.
And then I'm out of spell slots.
Got protractors.
Do you want to flavor how that hand does that in a particular way?
It's
So-
cool enough as it is.
I mean,
As-
it is cool.
As I threw my hand, it would have been gripping the rope, so it wouldn't actually have been able to grab, which is why I was saying that, because it's
Gotcha.
gripping like this. So as you guys see it go up and then come down faster than it should, and for those who are leaning over the edge, you can see me kind of just like bungee a little bit, and then you just see it'll go like diagonally through so it doesn't hit anybody, over the entire other side of the bridge, like fast enough to I like shoot past you guys up onto the bridge. So because I'm holding onto the rope, and you see the hand just like and then I'm suddenly there.
What the heck?
Great.
Roll for
Stupefying.
Meanwhile, we're still.
I would say if you wanted, I could use that athletics check to hold the rope.
I would say it's encompassed within it. That's
Yeah.
just that you use a spell song. That's awesome.
Okay.
Great. So, Killen, yeah, you are up on the bridge. You're sort of teetering a little bit, but yeah, you feel a connection to. You feel a more magical connection than you're used to. Great. Killen, that's your turn. Bogarth. I would like you to make a strength saving throw to not fall over with our lovely friend Nesh here.
I'm good at those. 13.
Does he have advantage because of Nereus?
Yeah. it's
Oh,
the
yeah, you would.
reflection.
Thank you for the reminder.
13.
You begin to drift slightly towards the edge. But Nereus, you sort of like, we have this train of like,
Well, since it's my turn, can I at least use my action to just like kind of reaffirm my grip?
Yeah.
Instead of just fingertips?
yeah, absolutely.
And just grab with both hands.
grasp.
Yeah, you have a better grasp on his arms. Oh my gosh. Yes, you have a better grasp on his arms. But you're basically still slipping. You haven't like Nesh is still pulling you down as opposed to you catching.
Yeah.
Um,
And I will say my echo's definitely gone because it's far away from me. Yeah.
Wonderful. Great, Bogart. That's your turn. The spirits, because we're still initiative, may do something if they so wish.
Oh crap! Did you run the ball? yeah.
What can I attack, heal, or haunt?
Fair enough. The spirits are here for moral support.
Thank you.
Varia, you're up.
Yeah, I would like to go up
attacked from
to
rope.
Bogart and I'm just sort of like coming off of being pretty angry and just like.
Oh,
But I'll
yeah,
put an
actually,
arm
we
on
can
him and
try and get on the rope with Nereus, maybe.
Yeah, you can support.
in the conga line.
Yes, in the conga line, the great D&D conga line. Anyway,
And I'll just put an arm on Bogarth and give him guidance. And it's just sort of like a black trail of mist that comes over, but it's
There's a lot.
it's
happening.
strengthened.
yeah, Bogarth, you got a lot
there
going
is.
on.
Yeah.
A lot of hands.
Nesh, you have advantage on this, but it is your turn.
Advantage on.
If you would like to try to pull yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Climb up the bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Advantage athletics.
And a +1
14.
Oh no.
14.
with the +1.
15.
Hey.
Let's go.
Am I making it?
Hey.
So, as you all have now piled on to Bogarth to try to catch your newfound friend, in quotations,
Funny
Nesh.
if we lost him this fast.
There is the catch, finally, of
We got it.
the fall, and whoop, Bogarth, your arms are like stretch.
Yeah, but my feet go like this, and I dig in.
Yeah. Sort of
Oh, it's like concrete.
the
Never mind.
the black mist from Varia sort of almost like holds the connection between your like forearms together between the two of you.
Yeah, sort of like.
As you all feel the spirit's hands go on each of your shoulders and foreheads, grabbing you and holding you back, and collectively together you all stop Nesh from falling. They're able to pull him back up,
Let's go.
and we are no longer in initiative.
Save the guy that jumped off willingly.
Sorry, I thought that it would help.
I
Yeah.
appreciate
As
that.
they-
Thank you, spirit.
I didn't. Oh.
You guys will see me
Oh.
yank the rope to bring my fist back and pull it into my hand.
Ah,
So, we got him, right?
Yeah.
No.
We got him?
Nope.
No, we
No?
got him, but we didn't get.
Are you all okay?
Wait. So,
I need a drink.
we lost the book, got beaten up, and we didn't get paid.
That's yep. That sounds about right.
But you're okay.
Yes, but the gold.
Bogarth, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just happy that we saved our friends.
Me too.
Wonderful.
Also, Killian, what the heck, man?
That
That was awesome.
That was so.
I didn't think I could pull it off, but something just kind of.
I don't even know what you did, but it was cool.
Well, I thought about what it takes for me to, physically use my arm to throw things, and I just kind of just did it, but with magic. I don't.
Magic.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never done that before, but I'm glad it worked.
Well,
Nicely done.
At
Thank
this
you.
point, all the spirits appendages begin pulling back into the orb,
I was gonna say like.
well, in the
wanna
mob,
say thank
and
you.
then the mob begins to slowly. There's like this slight pulse, and it begins being sucked back into the orb of the spirit caller within your hands, Varia.
Thank you, spirits.
Yeah, I'll just sort of.
well,
Okay, well,
are there any guards that I can see?
yeah.
Yeah. So
purple.
as the spirits fade and the wall of water collapses, I'm creating a big puddle in the middle of the bridge.
We all fall off.
After you take sort of
Everyone in the
a
bag
brief, a little brief respite of catching your breath, talking with each other, you see the guards begin to re-enter their positions, and there's also a ka-chunk as the gates to the east bank open for you.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm gonna kind of ready my put my hand on my sword and kind of look at all the guards and see if any of them are like
Do they look aggressive?
are they aggressive? Do they know what just happened at all?
Roll perception for me.
Why did I throw everything in? Okay. I'm not perceiving anything. Yeah, that's a 5 for perception.
Yeah. Just at a cursory glance, you don't seem to see many of them like moving with purpose, is what I would say. But you can't really read like any sort of intention beyond that they're just sort of beginning to casually retake their posts.
Okay, I'm still stressed out about what just happened.
Why does it seem like no one in the city cares about anything, about injustice?
We did it.
We should give him a second, I think.
We did it.
You all sort of notice, though, as the guards are sort of beginning to retake their post, just vaguely, you see like cursory glances from them. Just overall, there's no one directly positioned at the gate, but you see many of their backs are to you, as they're facing the city itself more than where you are. You look over also then to the two sort of emaciated forms around you, and they look of the two individuals that you heard referred to as Nezel and Bezel. They both appear to be sort of just deformed almost beyond recognition at this point. Most of their armor has been broken or eaten away by this purple goo, almost literally unrecognizable as being members of the Flower Guard. You get a general sense among you that whatever happened here was unseen.
Can, before we make our way onto the other bank, can I go and investigate and see, like, have I ever seen anything like this happen before?
You
Sort of
can
weird
roll
corruption.
Arcana for me.
Arcana. I'll do that. Oof. That's
Yeah, I'd also
no,
like to
you know
roll
what?
Arcana.
I'm gonna use my inspiration
Heck yeah.
Let's go.
for a 17.
That's my
Nice.
I got a 16, so.
16. Nice. So for both you poking and prodding,
You ever seen anything like this?
so Varia, you are moderately familiar with the process in which malevolence possess folks, as it's something you would see from time to time or have to interact with growing up in the temple. The process, though, however, is typically slow and willing. This is very obviously forced, where it's more of as though typically how possession works is the person offers themselves up as like a vessel to be possessed and gain something in return, and in very rare circumstances are folks manipulated or promised something and it's a bad deal. With these two individuals, it looks less like they were vessels and more of like bags that were holding whatever Nezel and Bezel were. So like, while there is some like signs of this sort of malevolentification within their features, like making them look more like what you would assume would to be like a half-orc, it is like their skin is stretched too far. You see stretch marks, and it's like, again, desiccated. You can see like most of the muscles have been torn and snapped. It was not a normal sort of possession.
Thinking of our half-orc friend Alice, is there anything weird about Alice that is similar to any of this at all?
Can you
Probably not,
elaborate on
right?
weird for me?
There's something weird with Alice, I feel like, in terms of like the way that her mom talks about her and stuff, and the way that the town was talking about her. So was there anything about Alice that gives the same sort of malevolency feeling as these people? Because you were describing them as half-orc-esque in appearance.
Yeah. So recalling what you remember about Alice, just off the top of your head, a different phrase sort of sticks out in your mind that Gris said to you, where he said that he hasn't always been like this. Nothing in Alice's demeanor ever betrayed that Alice knew anything different than what Alice is.
I see. Okay.
Born this way.
Beautiful.
I've seen malevolent possession before, but this
This was different.
was somehow more malevolent.
And it was certainly not purified.
No,
Certainly not.
no, they were not.
I think we should maybe go somewhere more private and
More
talk
private.
about this.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think with all these people watching us.
I would like to get off this bridge, I think.
Also, we don't speak about this to anybody in here. If this city is this corrupt, they're not playing by the rules, and we do not want to talk to them about it.
Yeah, it's a good point.
We will figure something out, but we should go from here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Stride right through the bridge.
Yep, as you begin making your way through the gate, this sort of somber feeling you all feel is suddenly sort of abruptly interrupted by the fragrant smell of fish. As you hear suddenly the calls of, "Hey, for 50 cents, what is it today?" As you begin walking in, you see the gate to the East Bank is set right in front of what appears to be a very large sort of market area where you see stalls set up. You see more brick and mortar places that have these like wooden poles banged into the ground and just like awnings. Thank you. Awnings set above with like these signs hastily strung up. You smell just that very distinctive smell of fish, but you also smell the smell of cooking fish and how delicious it is.
Delicious the fishes.
Yeah, delicious the fishes.
You're like,
In the center,
They're doing what?
Our bad.
it's sort of set up in, if you know, like the center of like a peace sign, where it's like we have the three little prongs, the one prong here. This one prong goes into the sort of East Bank gate, and the rest are split off into these different roads, and the stalls are sort of set up throughout. In this sort of center of this little area, you also see a very interesting sort of landmark that appears to be it's almost shaped like a volcano, a very like cylindrical sort of thing, with then bits of a white powder spilling out over, and that you quickly realize is a crystallized form of salt. And you see several of these vendors will come through and throw their fish into the salt them up, and then take them back to their stalls. There's a general like hubbub.
hopefully no one's allergic to fish.
Yeah. Looking around, sort of cursory glances, you see a very different atmosphere from that you saw in West Bank. There's a lot more of high collars and sort of roughs around. Folks here definitely seem to be much better off than on the West Bank. However, for those of the keen eye neariest, on certain stalls, you see certain marking on signs that you begin to recognize as a form of thieves' cant, denoting that certain vendors here are willing to purchase certain misplaced items. Sort of across the way towards one of the sort of this road on this side of our little peace sign here, you see a small little procession of several gentlemen in, they have these sort of multicolored sashes strung across their upper torso, and the robes that they wear are this deep sort of maroon with these brown sort of patches sprinkled throughout. The sash they wear seems a very similar set of colors to what you, those of you who were there for that, remember that's what a similar color to what Franz was wearing.
What colors? I'm sorry.
It's just like, it's a multicolored, almost like a rainbow.
Okay.
But theirs is not as pronounced, where he sort of had this whole big like,
Technicolor.
Yeah.
Dream coat.
Dreamcoat.
Yeah. They have more of, again, these sort more subtle like sashes that are strung across their like the center of their bodies, outlined again by these like long maroon and brown coats. All of them appear to have, in some way, shape, or form, have most of their heads shaven. One of them looks a little bit older, and two seem to be much younger. The older gentleman appears to be half elven. The two younger gentlemen appear to be human. They appear to be carrying like these big baskets of fish, as the older gentleman sort of like points and like at different things in the market and holds what appears to be a bag of coins.
Did Franz have a shaved head?
Franz did have a shaved head.
Yeah, he was
Cool.
I want to go and look at how many stalls where it's just like they're dotted here and there throughout the market. But
Yeah.
the thieves can't written on them.
Yeah, you see, actually, so sort of off one of the points is this sort of corner setup stall that appears to be much more like brick and mortar, where it has like actual wood set up and has a little sign. And on that sign, it seems to be the major one with like several thieves can't symbols like sprinkled around. There's another smaller one sort of off on the left-hand side. You also see sort of from where we are in our little fish market, if you sort of turn your eyes back towards the east gate, you can see that there's a couple of smaller roads that lead down beneath the bridge. And there's a sign that you see says the Bends.
Okay. I'll go towards the brick and mortar shop and kind of poke my head in. I want to see what they have.
Wonderful.
Are we all just kind of following Nereus, or?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I try to perceive if there's a, I don't know, like weapons vendor or equipment vendor or
Yeah.
vendor?
Go ahead. Actually, I just give it to you this way. You don't immediately see if there's a weapons vendor, and you get the general sense this is probably a place that primarily sells fish. You do see that one of the signs off on this like right-hand prong, one of the signs says Tradeway, this way. Nereus approaching the stall. You see a gentleman with sort of a sea green kind of skin, pointy ears, and white hair sort of pulled up in this sort of tight top knot. As he says, "Howdy, friend. You looking for a nice cut of fish? What can I do you for? You looking for a big one, a small one in between? Oh, maybe you like the cuts of minnows. I got a lot of those. We got a couple pickling back there if you're willing to pay a pretty penny. How you feeling there, friendo?"
I hold back bile as he talks about how the many I go, fish. Yeah, fish. I'm not necessarily looking for fish at the moment. I couldn't help but notice the sign that you had out on the front of your establishment. Can I kind of... I couldn't help but notice that perhaps you're
like, sort of-
advertising something else, perhaps.
His animated expression sort of like dulls, and he's like, "Excuse me."
Strike out.
Look, I assume you're probably new around here, but I just want to go stand out in the open during normal daytime hours.
I was talking about the giant fish sign on the front door.
Well, there, friend, I definitely have at least 8 big packs of pickled anchovies for like very loudly, animatedly, like laughing towards a crowd of completely uninterested people.
I'll start, yeah. I'll start talking to him in like code, be like, hey.
Yeah.
Couldn't help but notice.
Yeah. So we'll basically be talking Thieves' Cant at this point, but basically, like, what kind of services are you looking for?
Well, that's the thing. I'm just very curious. What services do you offer?
Well, I am willing to purchase certain procured goods from folks who maybe don't want to just go flaunting them out in the open. If you were to perhaps wander across a rogue wedding ring or something of the sorts.
Oh, well, perhaps you'll be interested in this. I kind of rustle around in my bag and I pull out this red and golden gem that I collected from the guy's basement way back when. I don't know if this would be of interest to you. It's a gem of unknown origin.
Ah, yes. Let me wrap this mackerel for you. And he like takes out a big like sheet of like wrapping paper for the fish and like wraps up the gem and like slowly like stashes it behind the counter and then sort of like looks it over. Well, as a beginner discount, I'll give you, let's say, 40 gold for this.
Yeah, 40 gold works perfectly. Absolutely. More than. No.
Wonderful. Here's your pickled anchovies for this, sir.
Delicious
Yeah,
fish.
he hands you.
Please.
He hands you a very like smelly pack of paper.
It smells like home.
You already got to deal with.
Yeah, you sort of take a peek inside, unwrapping the paper, and you can see that it's like there is definitely a dead fish in there. But interspersed between its different meats, you see gold. You all good there, friend?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for this mackerel. Yeah. Can't wait to eat this up and fry it up at home.
I'll
Gee
see you
whiz.
tomorrow when you come back for round 2.
Yeah.
Watch out! It really hits you on the way out. Wonderful.
I would like to have had Bogart, like waiting for his turn at the fishman.
What can I do for you?
I would love your finest fish.
The finest.
Well, I don't really want to part with any money, but I have something way better. Check this out, and I'll say, hold on, and I'll reach into my pouch and grab the rock that Killian gave me,
Oh, the one that talks.
and just hold it in front of him.
Yeah.
Just go, I've got this.
He sort of like looks you up and down,
Was there something on my?
and he just like begins like bursting into laughter, and he like puts a hand on your shoulder. He says, "That's great, but jokes only get you so far."
Hold on, and I'll squeeze it, and it goes indubitably.
He laughs hard. He laughs hard. He's like, "That's a great ventriloquism act. You should definitely."
No. Listen. I realized I could have demonstrated that better at the table.
He sort of chuckles a little bit less. He's like, "It's
I
a good trick."
Can I at least get one of those like small fish? Just one of the small ones.
Raw.
He says, "Tell you what, for making me laugh, I'll give you one of our special pickled anchovies." And he like opens a jar and throws out the most pungent, like tiny fish into
And I'll
your hand.
pass him with the passing indubitably.
That's a good trick. And he like just kind of chucks the rock behind him.
I turn around and I don't see it, and I just go, yes, I did it.
I got my whole
Uh,
fish.
And I'll put it in my pouch, and I'll whip out my list and go find Varia.
Oh no.
Varia! I don't know if you want to.
I think at this point,
Yeah, you've sort
I
of
wouldn't
all
want everybody
meandered
to
over
separate.
towards near the
Yeah.
stall, kind of not wanting to lose each other in this
Mm-hmm.
throng of people that's like running around like shopping, not fishing. Oh my gosh, shopping for fish.
Shop?
I'll just be running out. Varia!
Yes, what's up?
I made a trade. Not money.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You certainly did.
Jokes for fish.
Nesh, I believe this is your first time witnessing this. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, you see Bogart pull out.
It's actually a gold star.
Huh?
Yeah, have you seen the list?
In game, she's signing. She's signing. We're like
okay,
in
okay.
They don't have these yet.
That's funny.
But
You better get on
Low magic.
Nesh, you see Bogart pull out this like piece of paper that's like partially charred towards the bottom.
Oh yeah.
With a variety of like ink and like handprints all
Killian
over it.
must have tried to burn it.
I think we had some audio issues, but
Oh, did it not come through?
yeah.
Oh,
I heard it.
Uh-oh.
oh, did
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
really?
got extra.
Oh, we were just playing.
Oh.
I didn't know.
It came through.
never mind.
Wonderful.
And I'll just put it in my pouch.
as you all are sort of like bantering around, with each other. Varia, you feel someone bump into you, and General says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am." You see it's the sort of older gentleman with the sash. I didn't mean to bother you. Are you okay?
I really don't know. Are you from the Temple of Glass?
I am actually.
How do we get there?
Well,
Can you show us the way? Because we're trying to get there.
of course. Well, me and my brothers here were just making our way back there now. If you'd like to accompany us.
Are we okay to go?
Yeah.
I'll join you guys in a bit. In which direction is it?
He sort of points off towards this rightmost path.
Oh, it's just down there. Just once you get down the road, you'll see it. It's very difficult to miss.
All right, I'll join you guys in a bit. I gotta sell something.
Yeah, I have to sell something as well.
Oh, wanna come with?
Yep, for gold too. So come on out.
Sure
Wait.
thing.
Before you go, I have something I need to ask you. I'm so sorry. And I'm going to take out the little pouch with the fish in it. I'm like, I really, really don't want to touch this. So if you could, there's something just.
Why is
I,
there
okay,
gold
just look at it, please.
in the
Please just take
gold?
Please just take it out. Just, can you get the fish off the paper, please? That's all I need, and you can keep the 2 gold.
You put it in the gills.
Forget it.
Going fishing bag.
I'm just like,
So sorry.
Can I? Sorry. Can I have insight check Nesh?
Roll insight.
What
Were his
are
intentions
you
not clear?
doing?
I'm mercantile.
Oh, where are you sneaking off? Sorry.
16?
16?
Yeah, are you
Alright.
genuinely trying to sell something?
You
money?
can tell Nesh obviously has never sold anything in his life.
Okay.
And clearly he just seems to be, he feels like he's like in an awkward situation and he's just trying to leave.
Like, leave the group?
Just leave the current situation.
Cool. Cool. All right.
Wonderful.
Bogarth would like to very quickly ask the person that just gave Varia instructions. He'll just be chewing on the thing that the fish that he had. And he'll just say, "Hey, friend, what's your name?"
I am Brother Theo. What is your name, my child?
I'm Bogarth. Would you like to be my friend?
I would love to be your friend, Bogart.
Yes. Okay, that's the first part of our friendship. You tell me where in this fine city one might get a haircut?
Well, I'm sure you could
Is that a
find.
thing?
But we'd be happy to give you one at the Temple of Glass.
Wow.
Be bald.
Wow, really? Wait, I won't look like you,
these
will I?
guys.
Well, that's typically the.
No. Just like a a trim. A little off the top.
can you give him a fade?
Like a zero fade.
And then put the little line in there.
High, low, or mid.
Oh, this is just a world of possibilities. What do you think?
Well, if I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't know where the low would start because you're kind of hair all the way down.
Oh, I just mean the fur that's like on my head.
Oh, okay.
How low?
We could do our best.
High, low, or mid. Hold on.
Oh no.
Hi.
Where's your D3s when you need them?
Yeah, I know. I don't have. Hi, I believe. I don't know what that means. I hope it's good.
Well, I will get one of the brothers to find some good shears.
Okay. It does look like my group is trying to go somewhere. Would I be able to maybe come back, or I don't know how long is this gonna
They're
take?
doing
You
it at the
guys, you guys can go.
Oh, it's at the. That's where we're going. Of course, I knew that.
Oh, of course.
Great.
You are very full of energy.
Thank you.
So wonderful to see one as young as yourself, still enjoying life.
Oh, it's very grim.
Well, and what was what was your name, ma'am?
Varia.
Daria. I am Theor. Wonderful to meet you.
Very nice to meet you as well.
Yes. May the great Lord of Glass bless this meeting. I feel good about this. And are any of your other friends accompanying us?
Oh, I'll come along.
Nope.
We're gonna handle some business,
Businessmen. We are businessmen.
They'll be back.
Are welcome in the folds of the Temple of Glass. And what was your name, young man?
Oh, Nereus.
Nereus.
Nereus Serenath. Thank you.
Nereus
Very
Serenath.
nice to meet you.
I am Brother Theor. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Well, come along, brothers. And the two younger gentlemen are with him are like kind of like they do not seem very athletic and they're holding a lot of fish.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
He begins sort of
Great.
shuffling
Oh,
his
man.
way down the road. We'll put a pin in that, come back to there in just a second. For Nereus, Varia, and Bogarth, as you're making your way down, following Brother Theor, the road goes pretty straight and then makes a little curve, and right around the building, you see it for the first time up close. You see the Temple of Glass. It itself is made of these sort of spires and domes of this red and dark maroon and black glass. As you make your way down the road and you get closer, you see it has sort of a little garden in front, sort of sectioned off with these this sort of stone fencing. Walking through this garden, at first looks like it's just decorated with the most extravagant and luscious, huge flowers. Before when you get there, you realize it's all blown glass in a variety of different shapes and architecture. There appear to be sort of 4 small domed glass buildings in each corner of their establishment, and one central larger sort of generally bulbous mass of several basically giant globes of glass, and then one central sort of dome. There's a general theming of this sort of maroon and brown, and you see on their front door there's this large stained glass sort of portrait of a what appears to be some sort of deified figure, covered in this sort of brown and bright orange. You glean that this figure looks almost as though they're made out of magma, and they have this very tall head that's almost reminiscent of the flower guard's sort of hats, with several faces along the different points on this large sort of head. It has both of its hands outstretched, and its chest looks as though it's swelling with air. As you make your way sort of inside, you see the temple itself appears to be mostly wooden and stone within this sort of outer shell of glass. Sans what appears to be this sort of ring. The room is this big sort of dome with this ring in the center, and in the very center of this main sort of worshiping area, where you see a couple of different altars. In the very center appears to be this large purple sharp obsidian sort of structure and network, creating these different sort of hexagons around this central inlaid area. Black glass panels fill those sorts of hexagons. As Brother Theor brings you inside, he says, "Now, are you looking for a place to stay? What can the Lord of Glass offer you?"
Well, I think
Haircut?
We'll get on that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, just spotted the time. You're right, I should have read the room.
I think for the moment we just need a place to sit.
Yes.
Absolutely. And he
We've had a rather rude awakening.
Yeah, wait, is it getting
Rude
late
welcoming to
today
the.
at
yeah,
this point?
it is getting
pretty
towards the
early.
evening.
Yeah, the sun was
Is it-
starting
You
to
know what?
set.
I thought we
right when
woke
did the
up
fight.
and then you went over to the.
Yeah, we've done the whole day. And then
We waited
we
until
getting
it got
to the
dark
bridge as
to go
the sun
see
was
the
starting to
guy.
set. So now it's it's dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Did
Uh,
we have a plan
understood.
for where to stay? Are we going back?
No,
I don't think we got that far in the planning.
absolutely not. We're not going back.
Back to
Oh,
the
that's
crash.
good.
What's not to love?
I mean, that's fine.
We did
sort of
tell
far.
Alice And Bertha, that we would be back. We just didn't say when.
Oh,
But I
true.
don't think it would be wise for us to go. I really don't want to see that bridge again for a while.
I'm okay with not seeing it again, I think.
So I think maybe we.
It's a lovely bridge.
Well,
It's
Oh.
something. That's for sure.
that
Yeah,
new
we've all
bridge.
seen many sides of it.
The underbelly is particularly daunting.
See the underside.
I'm
What does your lodging look like?
Oh, well, let me show you. And he sort of takes you through a door that leads into one of these basically bubbles. And you can sort of loosely see through this large, like, again, huge, humongous glass bubble that they've sort of set up this tiered sort of scaffolding to create sort of a small platform, a larger platform, a larger, like in this sort of stairs. And they have these sort of wooden steps effectively that lead up to the different platforms, and they appear to have several just like sets of bunks. You see on each of the platforms there appears to be like tables and cushions, and you see several of these other monks and priests sort of like sitting down. Some appear to be like playing a game of cards or talking about various things. You all would be welcome to sleep here for a few nights. I believe we can spare the room.
Yeah, is that as long as the party agrees. It sounds lovely.
Yeah, how much would it cost?
Oh, well, it wouldn't cost you anything, just for a few nights. But if you wanted to make a donation to the temple, we would love any sort of bit of your generosity.
Oh, I've read about this. Tithes. Yes. What's the normal amount to tithe?
Oh,
Whatever feels right for you.
Would I know?
The anchovy bones you just finished.
Oh, I know. Would I? It was tiny. I don't know. Whatever. Would I know what the typical amount to tithe would be?
Roll history for me.
I'll tithe what I normally tithe for persona.
Thank you. Wonderful.
I'll tithe like 5 gold.
Yeah, that sounds about right given your stature and status.
That's 200 bits from for the temple.
Nice. Whoa.
Thanks,
I rolled a 2.
Thank you.
They're trying to help here. I don't know what they're doing. Oh,
What
I
do
would have
you
brought
have-
that out.
You wouldn't have?
No, I mean,
It already
I don't know the logistics of this.
It
like, if
happened.
they're
I'm
little
I'm
meta.
sorry. What do you have there exactly, Miss Veria?
yeah. So that's kind of the reason we're here.
Smoothie.
May I have a look?
Only if you're gonna give it back. It
Oh,
is
you may hold
incredibly-
it. I don't need to. My hands are a little clumsy. I'm old. My glass blowing days are far behind me.
Oh my gosh.
It's glass.
He sort of like looks it over.
You can't even see.
That. Wait, no, bring back.
Here. Just hold it.
Looking it over, he pauses for a moment, and his demeanor kind of shifts for a moment. Miss Veria, how did you come to find yourself in possession of that orb?
I think we should all sit down. We can talk.
It's a long story.
Fair enough. And he sort of has some of the brothers bring over one of these like shorter tables and some cushions, and he creakily sits down. Crisscross applesauce. Like you, it seems also like his like knees stick out from underneath the robes. You can see it's just the robes. He's got some like gangly knees.
Yo.
Okay, it's kind of a long story, but
Well, then I will sit down.
yeah. And I basically tell him, everything. We went to the temple. We found, I don't know if you've ever met Franz
Brother Franz, yes.
in 2 Nights Rest, but he was kept out of the temple and we helped him get back in, and there was some sort of malevolent spirit in there. We found the orb in the temple after we were able to successfully get in. And it seems to enjoy our party's presence.
And he sort of like he has this sort of like scruffy, like salt and peppery beard. That's like it's not a full luscious beard, but it's more of like it's very close to his face. You can see now, after having spent some more time with him, that the lower part of his face appears to be very like sunburned. As he sort of pulls at the scruff and then, yes, well, it would appear that Franz is right. That is the orb of the spirit caller. And if what you are telling me is true, and the three of you have your connection to it, this is rather...
Well,
Two of
there's
us
three
are
of
not
us
there.
here now.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh,
They're not there.
oh, right.
Yes, if there are more of you, that's even more exciting.
The two that were with us are also
Oh,
have also been aided and helped.
well.
The businessman.
My.
They do this all the
short.
time.
I have
They're very
Only
easily
heard.
excitable.
I've only heard of such stories of the spirits being able to talk so directly to us. You seem like a woman who knows some of Nellen's teaching. How experienced are you with all of this?
Well, with this specifically, not very much. I mean,
What's up, Temple Doom?
Does that come from the orb?
Amazing!
Yeah.
um, I grew up helping deal with malevolence, and I grew up pretty much around a lot of death, and I'm very familiar with it's Nellen, right? With Nellen's teachings, but until we all came across this, I don't know anything about it. I've been trying to figure it out.
Yes, well, the orb of the spirit caller is one of what you might consider the 4 holy relics of Oros Neberon. The first, and up until now, only spirit caller. It was said he had a special connection to Nellen himself and could call upon an army of spirits from the spirit realm itself to aid him in his conquest. Now, each of these relics was gifted to one of the greater temples. The Temple of Glass, the Mausoleum of Gibberish, the Library of Genius, and the Harbor of Gulls. My predecessors attempted to hide our relic away so that the special connection and magic that it possessed wouldn't fall into the hands of the malevolence.
You see.
In doing so, they stashed it in 2 Nights' Rest. It is the orb upon which we see now. If you are indeed spirit callers and favored by Nellen and the spirits, I would like to see if it is just the orb of the spirit caller or all of the relics. The Mausoleum of Gibberish here does house another of these relics, known simply as the Blade of Souls. Now, and he sort of shifts as he says this, our relationship with the followers of Gibberish have become rocky as of late. They were never Excellent. The followers of gibberish are. What do the kids say? More loosey goosey, and not quite as earnest in their following of Nellen as I would say we are here, as the followers of Nellen and the Lord of Glass.
Would I know anything about the Lord of Glass? Is this?
Go ahead and roll history.
Okay. History or religion?
Religion, actually. Yeah, religion for sure.
It's like, sounds
There aren't many
religious
times
to
when religion
me.
would be used. I think this is definitely one.
Oh, monks in robes talking to you.
Definitely athletic.
Roll perception.
Plus one.
So, Varia, you actually only vaguely recall some information about this. This was not something that was really taught much at your specific temple, but you remember
In my
hearing,
neck of the woods.
yes, you remember hearing that, and like seeing folks come through from what were referred to as the greater temples, knowing that each of them followed one of the four lords of Nellen, or the four lords of the spirit realm. You never heard specifically which was which, but this does seem to be one of those lords.
Okay. What do you want us to do with the Blade of Souls?
Well, really, I want to see if you would be able to call upon its power, as right now it is rather a soulless, if you will, piece of metal.
Is it
that's
like
no good.
stuck in a rock and only a favored can pull it out? I read something about that. It was a really interesting story.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not sure. The followers of gibberish will have done with it what they will. I would recommend you try to seek them out. I do know that the Mausoleum of Gibberish is housed here within the City of Values itself, but unfortunately I am not sure how to enter it, as that is kept very close to the hearts of the followers of gibberish themselves.
Is it close to here, or is it on the west side?
I don't know.
You don't even know where it is?
No, they are a very secretive bunch, shrouded in mystery, riddles, yes, gibberish.
Nonsense. I figured you didn't know how to get in, but I figured you knew where it was, you know?
No, while we all, at the end of the day, swear to our great and mighty King Nellen, we each have our own separate sort of views and ways we find worship and honor him among the lords we choose to worship as well.
What did you say were the names of the other places? I just didn't get them written quick enough.
Yes, I would happily repeat them for you.
Yeah.
It is us here at the Temple of Glass, the Mausoleum of Gibberish,
Got that one.
the Library of Genius,
Uh-huh.
and the Harbor of Gulls.
Harper.
Like, how do you spell golf?
Like gulls?
G-U-L-L-S.
Got it. I'm
Is
the
it harbor
one.
with like a U?
Mhm.
The British. spelling?
British.
Harbor.
Harbor.
Yes, I would recommend you find yourselves a follower of gibberish within the city.
Right.
And now we're going to put a pin in that and cut
Yeah.
quickly back to our two boys scowling the streets.
Just the business
dead.
things.
Couple lads.
Killian, I don't have anything to sell, so how about
Just right off the bat.
I stand there and I kind of I'll do negotiations.
All right. Well,
Alright.
5.
What is happening?
No, 4.
No,
Is that good?
we're gonna talk to somebody, and if you want to let me do the talking, only chime in when it's not work.
When it's numbers, I've got it. When we get to the
Can you start
numbers,
with like 60 or something instead?
60,000. How about that?
Perfect.
Gold.
Also, thank you for attempting to save me and all that.
Oh,
Attempting.
yes, when I jumped off the bridge and then.
Yeah.
Yes, I
You're
thought.
you're brave.
Yeah, I thought it would.
You're brave.
Well, I thought that it would work. Instead, I just looked like a fool.
I don't think so. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can like, what was that like a teleportation type of thing?
Okay, did Nereus see that?
I think so.
He saw that I jumped off and then did not save the day and then came back and then needed everybody else to save me.
I wasn't paying that much attention. I'll be honest.
And
I
then
was,
he wrapped his
little
hands
preoccupied.
around Bogarth's waist.
yeah.
Horrible day.
So, I may
His,
not have
his
seen much
sword
of
is
it,
just
but-
dragging on the cobblestones.
Look, I may not have seen much of it, but you looked good before then, like really good. So don't worry about it.
Thank you. I am chiseled
think-
by the
I
Lord.
think this is our shot. So
Oh, great. Okay.
Um,
You will do the talking.
Yes.
I will be the numbers guy.
Are you trying to get into the tradeway?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me pull my map here real quick. As you make your way from the fish market into the tradeway, you get the sense that it's called such because it is very heavily like embedded with different shops and doodahs of commercial business. On your right is this sort of initial part of the river, and you can see there are several buildings set up that appear to also be connected to the different locks that sort of lock the river down. Sort of stumbling around, you're able to sort of find the different buildings here seem very like geometric and square, sort of made to fit as many as possible in between each other, which leaves a lot of room for different alleys and small different back ways through. You're looking for a forge specifically, right?
No, I would actually be looking for like just like an equipment shop, you know, or like a leather worker or something like that. The most pretentious looking one I can find.
The most pretentious. Okay.
Yes, like a bookbinder.
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect. Good.
Somebody who'd be willing to buy this, and I'll pull out the bag of holding.
Whoa! Okay, it's a bag. Big
You're
deal.
gonna say-
Whoa!
It sure is.
I will.
I am in oblivion yet again. Check me out. Oh, Killian. Nice to see you. A lot.
That's crazy.
I'll give you two options here quickly, Killian. You find two sort of what you figure to be a little bit more upscale. One is very like lined with gold, like gold embellishments along the building, which has a shop that it has a sign that says "The Finer Things."
That is pretty pretentious.
The other one appears to be sort of an older building, but with like they're leaning into the character of the original stonework, which is just called Ye Old Gorple Shop.
Oh, let's go to the Gorple shop.
No, we wanna go to that one.
No, not the Gorple shop.
You go ahead.
No, I will follow you.
All right. Yeah. I want to go to
You go to
the finer things.
Wonderful. So I'm sorry, that was just such a great reaction. Walking in, it appears to be primarily like soft goods, very woven fabrics, and like they do appear to have like some armors and whatnot, but they are primarily like they're like really embellished with different embroidery and different sashes built into the armor. They have what appear to be like several like stylized rapiers like hanging behind the counter. A gentleman sits behind the counter who is a little bit shocking to you, Killian, as this is the first time you've ever seen someone that looks like this. You would figure that they're probably sort of rooted in some sort of like malevolent background, like a goblinoid, but it just is a little bit abrupt what you see, as his skin appears to be sort of a dull pink color with these sort of nubby horns at the top of his head. And you can see trailing behind him just a very thin little tail. Other than that, he wears this sort of large robe that's sort of sashed at the middle, has this big embellished gold and blue theming throughout. Welcome to the finer things. What can I do for you today?
Well, I was hoping to maybe peruse your shop a little bit and maybe see if I could sell you something that you could then sell to your...
Absolutely. What are you looking to procure today? Or for me to procure from you, I'm sorry.
Well, it was crafted by one of the finest smiths in the city of Progress. It's this bag. I haven't quite needed it as much as I thought I did. But it was worth, 75 gold when I first bought it. And so it's used. I'd be willing to sell it to you for maybe 65.
Is he like a con artist?
Roll persuasion for me.
Uh-huh.
But like he can
A
only
lot of
Four.
inspiration, huh?
Can I use my inspiration for him?
Nope.
Yeah, it has to be for you.
Oh, can I help?
How would you like to
He's
help?
the numbers guy.
60,000. Okay, let's cut it down. Head off the Hydra. If I go to the Gorful shop, I know I can get a better deal than that. And the bag will be twice the size. So, I'm just saying, you bump the price, or you take it, or we're going to the Gorful shop.
Can I get advantage for that?
I'm gonna have actually Nesh roll deception.
Oh, good.
Neither of us have charisma stats. You're saying my mind is
Oh,
we both rolled the same thing.
smooth 5.
You were trying to get 40 gold for a bag.
Well, actually, I was trying to get like 60 gold, but
60 gold.
65.
now I know how dumb it looks, it just being a bag and all, but watch this. Quiet on the outside, and I'll just hold him in the bag and then go. Throw him back out.
It really works.
Okay.
The man is going to look absolutely horrified.
That's not exactly the use you should use it for, but it can hold a lot of things. Like that's.
Take it or leave it.
I don't think I could sell a weapon like that in my shop.
It is not a wet. That was a really bad way for me to use it. I'm
And
sorry.
then you hear a voice. I'd be happy to buy it from you.
Oh.
And you turn and you see a feminine figure with this dark sort of curly hair pulled up and back away from her face, some bangs sort of hanging on the sides, framing her sort of heart-shaped face. She wears a large gown, very flowery, very expensive. These big not bustle, but these big poofy sleeves. She does wear a bustle as well.
Of course.
But you see sort of the bottom, something you notice immediately is the bottom of her sort of vibrant green and flowered dress is that the bottom of it is rather dirty. You swear you can almost see bare feet underneath.
Live like
And
this.
something about her is a little familiar. He says, I'd be happy to buy that from you. How much are you looking to get?
Well, I was hoping for 65, but obviously I needed to come down in price a little bit. How do you feel about 60?
60 would be good. If I could also ask for a favor. And you see her eyes dart to the side, and you see behind her, or sort of off to the side, several other feminine figures in armor, sort of perusing the different goods, and their eyes dashing back towards her periodically. I'd be happy to pay 60, 65 for that bag and a favor.
What kind of favor are we talking?
We will find out
What?
next time. Spirits of the game. Now we.
Dude, I'm dying over here. Y'all can't go anywhere together. Ever again. Jeez, man.
What are you talking about? He just sold that bag.
Put that bag on me.
All right. Settle down.
All right.
Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for being with us here along for the ride today for this session of Spirits of the Game. We're gonna hopefully be back, I believe, on the 3rd, right? Or am I? I think
Yeah,
so.
it would be the third.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
right
Third.
after.
Yep. We have a little bit of a break because unfortunately I have a conflict. But hopefully never again after this.
Theater
Never
kids.
again.
I know. What can I say?
Yeah.
But thank you all for being along for the ride, Phantoms. We will see you next time for the next stream of Spirits of the Game.
Bye.